The following is a presentation of The Day.
On a cold weeknight on the campus of Waterford High School, it's time for playoff football. And the Granby Canton Bears have traveled from a winter wonderland, 1.5 feet of snow, down to southeastern Connecticut, and they will take on the home and favored Waterford High School Lancers. And you'll have it all for you live on Game Day. Game Day tonight is brought to you by MJ Sullivan Chevrolet Buick. At MJ Sullivan Chevrolet Buick, the end of the year is here, and this is their gift to you. The Chevy price you pay is what they pay, not a cent more. During MJ Sullivan Chevy Employee Discount for Everyone sale. That's right, you pay what they pay on every new 2019 and select 2020 Chevrolet models. Not a cent more. This will save you up to $13,000, but it will only last this month. Only at MJ Sullivan Chevrolet Buick in New London or mjsullivangm.com. And also by Waterford Dental Health. Voted the #1 best dental practice 5 years in a row in the Day's Reader's Choice Awards. Visit them at 177 Boston Post Road or at waterforddentalhealth.com. Casey O'Neill, along with the Sports Doctor and Sports Doctor, as the captains line up at the center of the field. It's time for some playoff football, and one of these teams will accomplish something they've never done: win a postseason game.
Yeah, and get to the chance for the right to play for a state final on next Monday, Casey. But when we talk about Waterford, we've been here for some championship games indeed, whether it's basketball, baseball, girls softball, volleyball. But, this is a big, big deal for this Waterford team. 9-1, #2 in Class M. Only loss this year was the Fitch.
And they're taking on a Granby Canton team, which is kind of an enigma for those of us down here in southeastern Connecticut. They lost to the #1 seed Rockville, and they also dropped a game later in the season to Windsor Lock Suffield East Granby. But other than that, the record has been great. They're playing their best football, and they ended the year with a 42-0 victory, and they are excited about playoff football. Now, they say Rome wasn't built in a day, but this football team may have been built by Rome. And we're talking about Jackson Rome, the quarterback, and who Coach Strecker of Waterford says is the most dynamic runner they have seen all year.
Yeah, 1,152 yards on the ground this year. Casey followed up with 18 touchdowns. He is electrifying.
And we will have kickoff action and more right after the playing of our national anthem.
Please rise, remove your caps, and direct your attention to the American flag as we honor our country and those who protect us with the singing of our national anthem by Waterford High School junior Murphy Ryan.
So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
There by Waterford junior Murphy Ryan, and we're moments away from kickoff. And Sports Doctor, what a difference the little bit of yards here and there makes. On Thanksgiving Day, Waterford was moments away from losing that game to East Lyme. Had Waterford lost that game, they'd be at Killingly right now.
Yeah, yeah. Now they're hosting a home playoff game, huh?
And so now, instead of being on the road against a team that won a state championship 2 years ago,
Sure.
they're playing home against a team that's never won a playoff game.
Yeah, a blocked extra point away too, right, Case?
That is correct. So I mean, if you think there's something to play for on each of these, everyone totaling up the points, that's the difference that extra effort Waterford gave on Thanksgiving Day did.
These teams love these home games, Casey. I mean, who wants it? I mean, look at New Fairfield tonight, traveling all the way out to Killingly. You talked about that, but there's nothing like a little home cooking when you're playing football, and the Lancers certainly appreciate that.
Well, we're going to get a chance to see Granby Canton. The Bears will have the ball first in the visiting white and maroon, and they'll get the ball into Jackson Rome's hands here on the first possession. Now, one of the best kickers in the ECC, Sam Menders, will be kicking it off for Waterford. They are in the home blue, and they will be going left to right on your screen.
Sharp uniforms by Granby Canton and Waterford, too. Teams look out there in the field. I'm ready to roll.
Absolutely. Playoff football at Waterford High School begins now. A high spiraling kick comes down to Sam Schock at the 10-yard line, and Schock is shocked on a big hit by Aiden Hansen. And we will get our first chance to see Jackson Rome, the senior quarterback and leading rusher, leading passer, leading everything for this Bears offense. But don't sleep on Sam Atenise. The running back has put in some work at the tailback position, and pretty much that's what Waterford's got to worry about tonight.
Yep. Containment on the edge, Casey. Keep the running game in front of them. I talked about Jackson Rome, 1,152 yards, 18 touchdowns, 55 out of 90, 5 touchdown passes, and 6 interceptions on the year.
And he'll start on first down. And he hands the ball off on first down. Broken tackle into the open. Big play. It's Schock. Schock crosses midfield. Schock still on his feet and banged down, but a huge play on first down by the Bears.
Harshberger had to come in and make that tackle, Casey. We had a busted play in the backfield, a busted tackle. And right now, Granby Canton in business. Talk about the little things. Didn't see a lot of poor tackling against East Lyme. Right there, it was on display in the first play. It was a huge play.
Well, we said we're going to focus on Rome and focus on Atenise, and they're so focused on them on first down that little delay end around to Schock, little half a jet sweep, and it got him a huge gain, but that was almost entirely on Schock breaking tackles. So it'll be first down, Bears, as they are into Waterford territory, and the ball will be at the Waterford 42-yard line.
Waterford's going to show you a four-man front, creep a linebacker, Harshberger up. They're very active in their linebacking core.
Schock goes in motion, bad snap. Rome will take it. He's pursued, and he's going to be brought down by Sanford way back at the 45-yard line of Granby. So Matt Sanford came in from his safety position and made the play.
Yep, Sutton in there to cover Casey, and then Sanford come in to clean up the mess. So a big play and then a big mistake will cost Granby Canton about 12 yards.
The 2nd and 21 back on their side of the field. Ball marked at the 47-yard line.
These guys in the secondary, Sanford and Vincent, they can all come up and make plays. Trey Brennan on the outside too. They can hit.
Second down. Rome gonna throw. Pressured on the edge. Throws, has a man. It's complete. Complete out past the 45-yard line. It goes to Mackin. And Colin Mackin will get back much of what they lost on first down. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
Nice job by Rome, stepping up. Harshberger coming off the edge with the pressure, Casey. And a good, nice, easy pitch and catch that time. Getting most of the yardage back they lost on the miscue.
You know, Rome really does not throw the ball a lot. Their passing attempts on the year were
90
were
times.
limited. Yeah, that's
90 times.
That's not a lot of passing attempts. But that ball came out of his hand very well. And it brings up at least a manageable 3rd and 10. Let's see if Waterford pressures on this 3rd and long. Rome's going to throw. Pocket collapses around him, and he's not going to get far, barely past the line of scrimmage. And he's going to be technically sacked, Ethan Welch. And that's going to bring up 4th down, and I believe the Bears will punt it away.
Yeah, and a nice job that time by Waterford, moving Harshberger to the other side of the field, so he got pressure that time from the left side. Waterford right now, Casey, mixing things up on defense a little bit. Listen, he's their best pass rusher from the linebacker position. One time he comes from the bottom of the formation, the next play comes from the top.
Keep in mind, Atenise is the punter, so the running back is the punter. Always a danger, but he will punt this one up, and it high punt, fair catch called for and brought down by Vincent, but That's going to be back inside the 10-yard line. So a great punt by Atenise. And the first possession for Waterford will take place in the shadow of their goal line.
Ryan Bakken, 1,811 yards, 32 touchdowns on the year. 32, my friend. 6 different receivers have caught touchdown passes from Bakken, and that's without Peyton Sutton in the second half of the year, who was their best receiver up to that point.
Well, we want to say hi to the Bakken family. They're out in Pocatello, Idaho right now. They've been flying across the country to see this game. They had to head back, but they've got it live on game day, and Ryan will take the snap here for Waterford on first down from the 8-yard line. Motion man, handoff goes to Harshberger. Harshberger lowers his shoulder and gets a nice gain of about 5 or 6 yards on first down.
Nice job that time by Harshberger. Nice read and react that time by Bach. You got Trey Brennan coming across the formation. Just the threat of the jet sweep there, Casey, keeping the defense a little bit on their toes.
Yep, the speedsters. Now Waterford goes hurry up. Bakken's going to keep it himself straight up the middle and gets close to the first down marker, and I think he has enough, and they're going to move the chains. First down, Lancers.
The second half against East Lyme, the commitment to the run by Waterford is what actually won them that football game with Harshberger and Sokolsky, a little bit of misdirection. So trying to carry over from what they came against East Lyme, Casey. First 2 plays, very productive.
Well, they've got the speed on the outside with Brennan and Vincent. They mix in, of course, Hightower, the power of Harshberger. Menders, the incredibly athletic wide receiver. So even without Sutton, there's still a lot of weapons here for the Lancers, and Bakken is maybe the best in the ECC at using them. First down, he's going to throw. Nothing there, so now he rolls left. Throws down to the sideline and just throws it out of bounds as he was pressured after the initial receivers were not open, and late pressure, and Bakken throws it away.
The one thing you got to keep your eye on in this game, too, for Waterford, the wide receivers, once that play breaks down, watch how Sokolsky and Menders have a way of working their way back to the quarterback to bail him out. Showed up big time against East Lyme last week.
Yeah, Devin Flagg had the pressure that time for Canton, but it certainly was time to throw the ball, and you're right. As soon as you guys figured out that Sokolsky was number 42, it was he was involved. It's always the guy that's not on the roster that makes 14 catches in a game. It's a done deal. Fake handoff to Harshberger. Now in a little end around, we're going to get a face mask. They're calling for it. And
no flag? Wow. Okay.
And they're
I
going
think the officials are going to talk about this case here.
I think everybody up here saw it. And there's the face mask against Granby Canton.
The flag was dropped, Casey. He didn't really throw it. He just kind of dropped it.
It's going to be a 5-yard face mask.
Okay.
So an inadvertent face mask, and it'll bring up third down and 5. We'll see what Waterford cooks up on their opening drive here. They've moved the sticks once.
Big third down here for this Canton defense and the Waterford offense.
Bakken. Motion man is Vincent. Little jet sweep, check that. Brennan, and nothing there as Brennan tries to get the sidelines, but Atenise came up and nailed him, and that's going to bring up fourth down. And he looks like he got more than I thought. He got 3, fourth and a yard from their own 30.
You roll the dice and go for it here. John Strecker, what does he do? You usually see that pooch punt, that soccer-style punt out of this formation.
Now he's lined up for it. There's the snap. They're going to go for it. He's going to keep it himself, puts his head down, 30, and he's going to have a first down. Ryan Bakken, nice lead block by Harshberger, and a gutsy call to keep the chains moving by Steve Strecker. John Strecker.
Well, listen, this is Steve Strecker, the golfer. This is playoff football. Win, lose, win or go home. And right there, Coach Strecker said, we'll roll the dice. We'll gamble on fourth down. Harshberger cleared the way, and Bakken got himself 2 when he needed one on the off.
First down, Lancers.
Yeah. Steve Strecker.
Yeah.
Nice 9-iron.
Bakken to throw. Pressured. Sets up a screen. Brilliantly called. Harshberger gets to the outside. Big gain on first down and a first down as he crosses the 40 to the 45-yard line. Well-designed play.
Yeah, the heavy pursuit and the heavy rush from Canton's defense, Casey. How do you beat it? Draws and screens. And you saw the screen pass to Harshberger work to perfection. A lot of green grass in front of him.
Bakken will get him right up to the line of scrimmage, and they're going to go on first down. Handoff straight up the middle. Harshberger breaks a tackle, and he reaches the ball across the 50-yard line, and depending on the spot, he'll be right about midfield. Good gain, 1st and 5. It'll be 2nd down.
Be curious to see how this defensive front holds up against that relentless attack. Coach Strecker talked about it. He said, we don't have a 4-minute drive. You know, we don't have one of those. We're a 40-second drive team. We're a home run-hitting team. Pedal to the metal.
Does this game look a little bit like Giants-Redskins?
A little bit. But the uniforms?
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, these two teams might beat the Giants and the Redskins.
Yeah, well, no. Yeah. Giants. Stop.
2nd down and 5. Bakken moves Harshberger to his right. In motion, Brennan. Draw to Harshberger. Puts his head down and pulls people forward for about 3. It'll bring up 3rd and very manageable, too.
Big bodies up front for Waterford on an offensive line. Rosario Gonzalez making room for Harshberger.
Little quick count, and the fullback dive to Harshberger, and he's going to have the 1st down. They're going to mark him right about the 41-yard line, but that's where the sticks were, so either they'll give him the 1st or they're going to call the chains out. Let's see what they do.
They're going to move the sticks. 1st down. Casey, we talked about this passing game coming in, but again, the running attack has brought in this team from the shadows of their own goal line on across midfield.
Yeah, well, it's also dictated by what Granby plays. Waterford was prepared for Granby to play a deep zone, at which point they thought they'd be throwing shallow crossing routes.
Underneath, yeah. Yep.
But Granby's got people creeping up. 1st down, Lancers. Bakken to throw. A little quick slant, and it's dropped by Vincent. I think he sensed Atenise. Those slants are always dangerous. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Just a little bit behind him and some alligator arms that time by Vincent. Boy, Atenise can come out of that position and hit, huh? Running back, linebacker. Little Swiss Army knife out there for the Bears.
So 2nd and 10. We'll see what Waterford dials up here. I like Atenise at his sort of linebacker safety position. He's really a linebacker, but he's a run stopper. But we also saw him defend the edge. He's got that running back speed, and he's tough. 2nd down and 10. Waterford's first possession here, no score, 1st quarter. In motion, Brennan. Bakken's going to keep it itself. Flag on the play. And a good gain of 7 by Bakken, but a flag, and we'll see what the officials.
I'm no longer guessing what the flags are.
No, you guys didn't get one
Thanksgiving
right.
Day.
Not one. You're worse than me, and I'm pretty bad. Going to get motion against Waterford, so that'll take what was a 7-yard gain and instead back it up and make it 2nd and 15.
I think this sequence of play calling, Casey, run up the middle, sets up something for Vincent on the outside, get him some one-on-one on the outside, throw the ball from him, let him make a play.
So 2nd and 15, ball at the back now on the other side of things. We're going to get an official's timeout. Straighten some things out.
You know, Vincent has taken that spot from Peyton Sutman on the outside. He had a big game against East Lyme on Thanksgiving Day.
All right, so here we go, 2nd and 15, Bakken from the shotgun. Gonna throw. Pressured, steps up, avoids pressure, throws over the top of Brennan, incomplete. Pressure was put on by John Bruin, and it'll bring up 3rd and 15. We should say welcome, by the way, to all of the folks down in Canton and Granby. We know Granby was hit particularly hard by the recent winter storm Abel. They got a foot plus of snow, but we are thankful that you're watching us live on game day. No score here in the first period as Waterford has a big 3rd and 15 right from midfield. Bakken.
Jump, hard count. There you go.
That's going to get back the 5 they just lost and give them 3rd and 10.
Yeah. 3rd and 10 with that penalty, you start thinking 4-down territory possibly.
I would think so.
Yeah. You're going for it on 4th and 2 from your own 29.
See if they throw the ball here on 3rd and 10. They've had more success running it thus far. Bakken's going to throw. A little flat pattern. It goes to Harshberger. Stiff arm. Atenise. There's 2 Bulldogs going at it. at the 40-yard line. It'll be 4th down and short, and Waterford will go. But Harshberger and Nathan East, that's a good matchup.
That's power on power. Like you said, stick your head down and get the extra 2 yards. That is a good matchup right there. 2 tough guys, 2 throwbacks.
Yeah, Harshberger went for the stiff arm, and Nathan East said, "No, let's wrestle."
Yeah.
And they went at it. And that was a nice job there. 6-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th and 4, and Waterford will go for it on the 40-yard line, and we're going to get an injured
Yeah, Anthony East is hurt. He's down.
far side of the
24,
field.
Yeah.
So we'll take this moment to talk a little bit about opening night. Peter, do we have anything going on?
Killingly leading 7-0, scoring first on a Jacob Nurse run. NFA trailing, I believe, Newtown. Yep, Newtown scored first, 7-0 there. No score, Plainfield and Ansonia. Plainfield with a interception on the goal line to keep Ansonia out.
You know, that NFA Newtown game last year was 14-14, and then Newtown won 41-14. But, you know, that's a good matchup for NFA. It's a tough matchup, but listen, they've showed some mettle this year, Case.
Yeah, they really have, and they're not going to back away. On the other side of things, how about Plainfield? Coach Pat Smith chooses to go for 2 in the first half against Griswold on Thanksgiving Day. Doesn't get it. No scores in the second half. Instead of hosting a home game, they're at Ansonia tonight, who they played last year and knocked them out in the semifinals. So that's, again, inches on Thanksgiving Day. And we're going to get a penalty here, and I think Waterford, that's going to kill you.
Everybody and their brother ran for Waterford, and the ball is not snapped.
Now here's the interesting part. You still going to go for it, 4th and 9?
Yes.
All right. You don't want to pin them down deep and maybe you'll get a turnover or play some field position. You got a good punter. You want to give him the ball at midfield. 4th and 9, Sports Doctor. All right, real quick. Mike DeMora, going for it or punting? Mike says punt.
Yeah.
Sports Doctor?
I go for it.
Peter Wappy. All right, I say they're going to punt it. Pooch punt right here on 4th and 9. And they're going to go for it. Deep ball, and we're going to get a flag, pass interference. Vincent was the intended target, and Migliaccio with a little bit of contact before the play, and that's a big break for Waterford because I don't think that was a particularly well-thrown ball.
No, it wasn't, but there you see the double move that time by Vincent Casey. He starts in towards the hash, and he turns it back out to the sidelines. Good double move, and the defender got caught napping at the hash marks, had to drag him down. It wasn't a great throw, but it was a very, very good run route by Vincent.
And the result's going to be a 1st down for Waterford as the ball will be marked right on the 30-yard line. So now the Lancers have advanced another 1st down. Chains have moved, and
that's a big penalty right there.
And they're going to play. They're playing tight coverage out there. Are the Bears on 1st down? Bakken's going to throw. Steps up. Going to throw towards the end zone, looking for Vincent, and he overthrows it in the end zone. Good coverage from Schock, and it goes incomplete.
You know, Vincent can get behind the defense. That time Schock stayed with him, Case. When plays break down, the ability for these receivers to get on the same page with Bakken has really helped them out all year long.
Well, you know, you saw Menders make that great athletic catch, Vincent, but I actually think that Bakken would have been better off
just running it.
I think he had 8 yards in front of him right there. And as much as I appreciate the keep the play alive and look upfield, which I really do,
tuck it and get what the defense gives you.
Yeah, I think 8 yards there, and keep it moving, keep eating the clock. Take the whole first quarter if you had. 2nd down and 10. Bakken's going to throw over the middle, and it's incomplete. Dropped. Vincent dropped it at the 20-yard line. And that time, Bakken had time. That's good coverage from the secondary of the Bears.
It was. Hightower was leaking to the pylon in the corner of the end zone. Casey was covered. Bakken, that was his 3rd option on that, was to throw underneath.
You know, that's a name we haven't said yet, by the way.
Hightower.
Christian Hightower, one of the premier offensive weapons of the Lancers, has not touched the ball yet here in the first quarter. We've got 3 minutes remaining, and it's going to bring up a long 3rd down.
You like a run right now with 3rd down?
I do. I like a little draw action right here. Big, deep safety, prevent. Bakken hands it off, end around. Vincent looking for a block on the edge. Cuts it back inside, and a great tackle out on the edge. Beautifully done by Dylan Disabella. But that's a gain of 6. So it'll be 4th and 4.
Yeah, DiSabella wrapping up on the outside, making the stop. Sam Menders was hitting him from 45 yards in warm-ups, by the way.
Well, I'll be curious. I think they're going to go for
I
it.
do too, yeah.
You know what I'd love to see here? I'd love to see the hard count again.
The hard count,
Yeah. I think you go right up to the line of scrimmage. I would have rushed right up to the line of scrimmage.
Quick count.
And given them a hard count.
Yeah.
And see if they jump across. 4th and 4. Ball is marked at the 24-yard line of Canton. Granby, the Bears. The Granby Canton Bears. 2:28 remaining here in the first period. Bakken. And we're going to get movement, and that's going to be Vincent. He started to go off the count, and that's going to back him up 5. That's going to put it at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, that's hurt. They're hurting themselves with these penalties now.
Yeah, that's no man's land. Unfortunately, you're not going to kick a 47-yard field goal, and you're going to go for it. But 4th and 10 is a tough one.
It's the second time they've been in this position. They got bailed out by a pass interference the first time around. That's tough. 4th and 4, and they get called again for a procedure penalty.
Yeah,
They're a loaded
penalties.
box for the Bears, too, on defense, Casey. You're going to have some opportunities to make some plays on the edge, whether it's Vincent and or Menders.
Well, you talk about Killenly went right down the field and scored. Newtown went and scored.
Yeah.
These first drives, some teams have the jitters, some teams don't. So far, Waterford has the jitters. 4th down, Bakken going to throw. Looking for Sanford, tipped and incomplete. Coverage by Mackin out on the edge, and it'll be a turnover on downs, and Granby Canton has held.
Yeah, great job that time, double teaming Vincent down the seam. That's Bakken's first option on that play. Had to come back for Sanford. Ball thrown slightly behind him. Casey right there, the penalty hurt Waterford.
So a turnover on downs, and Granby will have its second possession of the ball game, and they will have it at their own 29-yard line, only a minute and 50 seconds remaining here, a minute 48 to be exact, in period number 1. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com. Casey O'Neill and the sports doctor Keith O'Brien. And second possession of the ball game, Jackson Rome from the shotgun. Shock goes in motion. Rome on the option, keeps it, and Harshberger steps up and makes a tackle at the 30-yard line after a short gain.
Yeah, Harshberger sets the edge. Again, they're going to move him around on defense. Casey moves side to side very well. Harshberger will push him back into the middle, and a nice job cleaning up there with Rosario Gonzalez. Senior, number 78.
Minimal gain on first down.
Like that for a football name. Jose Rosario Gonzalez.
Harshberger's pretty good, too.
Yeah, I like him. It's pretty harsh.
For a linebacker. You can't be a punter with the name of Harshberger.
No.
Second down and 9. Rome from the shotgun. High snap. Quarterback keeper heads straight up the middle. Now he cuts it back outside. So dangerous. And he'll be up near the sticks. It'll be 3rd and a yard. But there's the elusiveness of Jackson Rome that worried the Lancers going in. That looked like for all purposes he was down.
He bounced off of his own offensive lineman at the time and then took it to the outside. And I think Waterford kind of lost sight of him a little bit. He peels it off, and that's a good gain. 7 yards.
Yeah, he's not a big kid, but quick, tough. Kind of one of those little, scatter, little juking back and forth, little jitterbug. Going to keep it himself, plows straight forward, and that's going to be enough for a first down.
Well, he's that prototypical high school quarterback where a lot is demanded of him in the offense, Casey. He's probably one of their best athletes. He said he can run it, he can throw it, he can do a bit of everything.
And his all-purpose yards for this team are off the charts. And they really, Atten East has some rushing yards. Atten East is their leading receiver, which tells you how many times they use, screen passes and things like that. So really, the ball is entirely in Rome's hand. Clock winding down here at the end of the first period, and Granby Canton is in no rush to snap it. They'll let it go down to the end of the first period. So we have reached the end of period number 1, a stalemate 0-0. We'll be back for second quarter action. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
At The Day, our journalists are in your community, talking with business owners, attending town meetings, analyzing data, talking to government leaders, reporting on the issues that matter most to you. Since 1881, we have been serving our community and will continue to do so 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Never miss a day of news. Enjoy convenient home delivery right to your doorstep, 7 days a week. Subscribe at theday.com/membership.
Tonight's game is brought to you by MJ Sullivan Chevrolet Buick. At MJ Sullivan Chevrolet Buick, the end of the year is here, and this is their gift to you. The Chevy price you pay is what they pay, not a cent more. During MJ Sullivan's Chevy Employee Discount for Everyone sale. That's right, you pay what they pay on every new 2019 and select 2020 Chevrolet model. Not a cent more. This will save you up to $13,000, but it will only last this month. So it's only at MJ Sullivan Chevrolet Buick in New London or at mjsullivangm.com. Also brought to you by Waterford Dental Health. At Waterford Dental Health, your smile and your health are our top priority. Located at 177 Boston Post Road or at waterforddentalhealth.com.
Second possession of the game for Granby, Canton, Casey. And I'll tell you, Waterford chewed up a lot of that first quarter. They look a little tight on an offensive end.
Yeah, a little jitters on the first down, on the first game. You know, it happens first quarter, but now it's time to play football.
Yep.
As the second possession for Granby resulted in a moving of the sticks, and now Rome from the shotgun on first down hands the ball off. Attenese, big hole, bounces to the outside, wrestles with Vincent, and brought down as he crosses midfield right at the first down marker.
Big block on the outside by number 37, Dontel Williams. Creating some space. Anthony's, we talked about him, Casey. 753 yards and 10 touchdowns on the year.
And they're going to say first down. So 10-yard gain on first down, and the sticks will move, and Granby Canton is now in Waterford territory at the 49-yard line. First down, Bears. Rome, quarterback keeper, heads to the left outside, cuts it down, and he's wrestled out of bounds by Vincent, but another big gain, and that looks like it'll be just shy of a first down. Call it 2nd and 1.
Just an absolutely huge block on the outside by number 24, Anthony's leading the way. Came out of his running back position. It was a straight run the whole way. Just blew up one of the Waterford defenders. I think it was Sutton on the outside. He just got blown up. So when they run out of that formation, Casey, I mean, the running backs become blockers, lead blockers.
Yeah, and we already know that Attenese is a
tough kid.
Yeah, not afraid to hit. Linebacker on the other side of things. 2nd down and 1. Attenese gets the ball, bounces to the outside. First down and more. Heads down the sideline. Still on his feet, heading to the end zone. Touchdown, Sam Attenese, and the Bears go on top, 6-0.
Granby Canton, the Bears have found something on that left side of the offensive line behind Dontel Williams. Little kick-out block, and then right down the sidelines went Anthony's. What a huge, huge run.
So Waterford, which possessed the ball so much of the first quarter, finds themselves down 6-0. And, I mean, it tells you about the
39-yard touchdown run.
Tells you about the size of these schools. Attenese is going to stay on to kick it, and Rome's the quarterback's going to hold it. So you're doing double duty. Snap is good. The kick is up. It hits the upright, and we know how much missed extra points can come back to haunt you. 6-0. Waterford's best friend lately has been the doink.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good drive. I mean, that was a big, big play. 39 yards on a touchdown run. And again, I think they found something on that left side of that offensive line that's exposing Waterford a little bit. You know, and with the Waterford linebacking crew, Casey, and their safeties and their speed, I'm surprised he got that free and that untouched down the sidelines.
Yeah, he had tiptoed down the sidelines.
He did.
You know,
He did.
I give him credit because he tiptoed at full speed.
Yes.
You know, so he did.
Yes.
He was either going to go out of bounds or score a touchdown.
That's right.
But I like that he went full at it. You know, once he went to the outside, he looked like he was going to cut it back inside, and instead took the extra step to the sideline. I thought he was going to run out of room.
Right.
And he just showed some real speed down the sideline.
You know, Coach Strecker was concerned about the containment issues and the problem with these guys getting outside a little bit and said they can run the football pretty good. But that offensive line over there, like I said, doing some damage to the Waterford defensive front. Got to find a way to get off your blocks. When you have to run that far down the field, Casey, you got some wide receivers blocking downfield too.
Everybody's got a block, and that's part of the comprehensive. Listen, if you look at Canton, at Granby Canton, and you see Rome, their leading rusher, and Attenese, and there's really nothing else.
Yeah.
You say, well, how hard is it to stop two guys? Well,
Right.
It's very hard, and that is because it's a team blocking concept.
Right.
Their running backs are blocking, their wide receivers are blocking, their line is blocking. So this team knows how to block, and they showed it there with a touchdown, and they go up 6-0. Kick comes down, and Hightower will take it at the 15-yard line for Waterford. And he heads and tries to bounce it outside, and now cuts it back inside to the 35-yard line, where Waterford will have its next possession, 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line as we start quarter number 2.
Well, jitters are gone now. You've got some hitting going on out there. You're down 6-0. This offense was effective moving the ball, but just kind of hurt themselves with penalties. Now let's see what Ryan Bakken can do in this Lancer team.
I asked Jamal Davis on Thanksgiving Eve about emotion in football. I said, how much does emotion really matter and help? And he says, you can ride it right until the other team makes a big play or, punches you in the mouth with a big play.
Right.
And then it goes the other direction. Then you're on your heels.
Right.
So Waterford, right now, Canton's got all the emotion. Granby Canton's got all the emotion. Waterford's got to make plays now to take that back. In motion, Brennan. Handoff, Harshberger. Harshberger breaks a tackle and brings it down right on the 40-yard line, gain of 5. And that's what they
I like that.
did early, right?
I like that, yeah, yep. And you know what they're going to do? Move Sokolsky across the formation too. Harshberger or Sokolsky, try to run between the tackles a little bit, and then go for that big play. Everything sets something up for this Waterford offense.
Harshberger comes up limping. He'll stay in the game. He and Hightower flank Bakken on 2nd down and 5. Little delay, handoff Hightower, and not much there. Nice tackle made on the edge by the Bears. And coming out of the pile for the Bears is Malik Thompson. Check that, Devin Flagg. Flagg comes out of the pile, but a gain of 4, and it'll be 3rd and 1 for Waterford.
Yeah, big 3rd down here for this Lancer team, Case. They got to have this. Again, that little misdirection with Harshberger and Sokolsky. Get on the back of your offensive lineman. Let's go, boys.
3rd and 1, ball at the 42-yard line. Under 10 minutes remaining here in the first half. 6-0, Granby Canton. In motion, Brennan. Quarterback keeper by Bakken. He'll have the first down and cross the 45-yard line, moving the chains.
Little RPO that time by Bakken. Hightower coming across the formation, a little misdirection with Ryan Bakken just picking a lane. That's tough, though. We don't like the quarterback to get hit constantly out there, but move the sticks, first down.
Again, on Thanksgiving Eve, we saw Jaden Desilis of NFA on a number of quarterback keepers slide to avoid the contact. And Jamal Davis said, when do quarterbacks start to slide? I said, when you're the 3rd string guy,
yes,
you get down.
That's right.
First down, Bakken operates from the shotgun in motion. Brennan, delayed handoff, Hightower. And he'll have a gain of 3, 4 almost before Dontel Williams brings him down, and he'll get up close to midfield. It'll be 2nd and 7.
I like Dontel Williams out there. He's playing tough on the offensive line. He's anchoring things down on the defensive line. Again, you talk about these small schools, these two-way players, Casey, they don't come off the field.
No, I mean, I think it's a perfect example of that is Granby lines up for the extra point, and the running back's kicking it, and the quarterback's holding it. I mean, they're not coming off the field at all. 2nd down and 7, so Hightower slides over to the right of Bakken. Little fake handoff. Now Sokolsky on the delay. And Sokolsky will be wrapped up short of the sticks. We'll see where they mark it. Looks like they're going to mark it at about the 48-yard line. Good. So it'll be 3rd and short.
Yeah, good gain there by Sokolsky. He had a cutback lane. If he could have made that cutback, he would have had about 15 yards going down the field. But big man just kind of rumbling, stumbling, and getting 4 yards.
So big 3rd down here for Waterford as they are in Granby territory at the Bears' 48-yard line. It's 3rd and we'll call it 3. It's a short 3. Trip receivers to the right. Hightower is your lone setback.
Watch for Bakken to make a play with his feet.
Harshberger's getting wrapped up on the bench. I think he'd be the one getting the ball right now. Instead, it's Sokolsky. Now Bakken keeps it himself, reaches and dives towards the sticks, and I think he's going to have enough to move the chains.
Yep.
That's a nice choice that time. Good decision by Ryan Bakken. Yes, first down, Lancers.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, and sometimes you see Bakken try to sprint to the edge and get the edge behind his blockers. That time he just took it up the middle. But Bakken, John Strucker calls him one of the smartest football players he's ever had.
Harshberger on the sidelines for Waterford running, appears to be okay with that ankle. Bakken to throw, deep ball, looking for Menders, has a step, tipped and incomplete. Brilliant defensive play by Simon Matthews. The quarterback got his left hand up. Menders had a step and incomplete.
Yeah, Menders was complaining that he was kind of getting ridden out of bounds there a little bit. I like the defensive position by Matthews. Then I like the defensive play by Menders to come back and almost play defensive back there for a little bit. That ball was slightly underthrown.
A little bit, but it was thrown to the inside where I thought only Menders could get to it. Great job, Matthews, getting the left hand up in the air and knocking it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. So there's that shot they were going to take. They got their single coverage. 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 44-yard line of Granby Canton. Bakken's going to throw. Blitz, pressured, sets up the screen. Brilliant catch by Hightower. Bounce it to the outside. Has a first down and more. Crosses the 30 to the 25-yard line. What a brilliant catch by Christian Hightower. Well-timed play.
23 yards on the catch that time by Hightower. One-handed to Casey. And credit Bakken for hanging in there and taking a hit, too.
Yeah, it was a brilliantly set up screen because I really thought when they sent the blitz, I really thought he was in trouble. And the whole time he was setting up that screen to Hightower. But what a catch. One hand. Handoff around the end. Brennan needs a block. Cuts it back inside. Trips, stumbles, dives for the end zone. Touchdown, Lancers! Trey Brennan. And we're tied at 6.
Well, you called it. He needed a block. Sam Menders paving away down at the wide receiver position, and Waterford answers. Boy, when you get big plays like that downfield, you need wide receivers blocking. You talk about Menders can kick off, extra points, catch, and he can also block as well.
Well, they need him to kick now because we're all tied at 6. On the other side of things, the Bears' extra point doinked, and Menders, eerily similar to Thanksgiving, when the last time they missed an extra point, and he banged it through in overtime to get this home game here for Waterford. Menders will step up, one of the better kickers we've seen in the ECC this year. Snap is good, hold is good, and the kick is banged through. And with 6:48 remaining here in the first half, Waterford has taken a 7-6 lead.
Yeah, very important. Like you said, now you got a ball game. Now how do you ride the emotion? How do you control things? And a great job by Waterford answering the call.
Yeah, so the jitters
are gone.
Right
now, now it's get a football game.
Round 1 and 2 in the fight are done. We're done jabbing and feeling each other out.
Right,
Now it's
so
time. Now
middle
it's time to
rounds
go.
now.
Yeah.
The middle rounds before the championship rounds.
So
yes.
now going back to the emotion. So I missed you on Thanksgiving Eve.
Sure, yeah.
But I will say that it was really nice having Jamal Davis there because his history as a coach of football was invaluable. And I asked him that question. I said, the sports doctor says that emotion plays, that New London was going to be in it because they were angry. I said, how long does that last? And he said, no, you can definitely ride emotion until the first time you get punched in the mouth or the other guy makes a big play. Like, you can be emotional, but if they rip off a 50-yard gain, your emotion's gone.
Gone, yeah, okay.
And he's like, so really the game is about riding the emotions. Now, I didn't say it at the time, but I would say similar to, like many other things in life, you got to just ride the wave.
That's
you got to know when.
You got to
know. You got to know when it's time.
Right.
So
Jamal's been in that position too. He's coaching some big games, state championship games.
Yes, he has. Menders with a kick to the sideline. It takes a great bounce for Waterford, stays in bounds, and it'll be brought up past the 20 to the 22-yard line, and Granby Canton will set up shop at, we'll call it the 23-yard line. Shock on the return for the Bears.
See the adjustments right now Waterford makes on the defensive end to try and contain that left side that the Bears have been running on.
It'll be interesting to see if they slide Harshberger onto that side.
Yeah, they've been rotating him. Yep.
And it seems like every time I don't know if Granby's calling it specifically away from him. I think they just were going to that sideline.
Yeah, they like to run behind Dontel Williams over there, number 37.
So 1st and 10, ball at their own 24-yard line, a new formation, and then we'll go back out to what we're familiar with.
You love that, tricky Bears. Yep.
Cagey Bears. First down, handoff to Atenise, and he's going to have very little as
Sutman that time came up, yeah. Shedding a block, making a tackle.
Sophomore Will Sutman. Speaking of Sutmans, of course, Sutmans are Walkers, and Walkers are Sutmans. We want to say hi to John Walker. He's out there watching us right now. Of course, the patriarch of the Walker family, and we want to say welcome to game day. You like that word, don't you?
I do. Kind of do.
It's from the Latin, pater pateris, meaning father.
Patriarch.
2nd and 9. Rome to throw, and he's going to keep it himself. And he's not going to escape that grasp. He does. Stays on his feet. Still on his feet. And talk about turning nothing into something. Jackson Rome that time turned a 4-yard loss into a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, Jeremiah Harshberger, number 53, had him dead to rights in the backfield. He broke away from the tackle, kind of tucked it in and ran it. And again, the little things, wrapping up, making some tackles and making some plays.
Well, it should have been 3rd and 10.
Yeah.
Instead, it's 3rd and 5. And, aside from the obvious that it's 5 yards, 3rd and 10 is on your own 30-yard line means you can't run the ball.
Sure.
You got to try to put it up in the air. Now they got their whole playbook at their disposal right now.
spread offense here, 4 wide.
Rome gonna throw on 3rd down. Has time, zips it out, and it's tipped and almost intercepted. Brennan had a chance to intercept it, and he just couldn't quite get it. And it was Colin Mackin, the intended receiver, incomplete, and Granby Canton will have to punt.
Boy, if Trey Brennan actually turned around and played offense, he probably had a pick 6 right there, but he was playing defense and trying to shield the receiver from the ball.
If you
Boy,
took
if
you took a still shot of that,
Yeah.
you would not have known who was on offense and who was on defense.
yeah. If he would have turned around and made a play on the ball and not the receiver, he had a pick 6.
At needs to punt. High spiral kick over the top and bounces right into the hands of Vincent. Vincent's going to try to show some speed and get to the outside. Breaks a tackle, still on his feet, crosses the 40, and he'll be banged down at about the 42-yard line. So nice return off the fortuitous bounce, and Waterford will have good field position at their own 42.
You know, I like that, Casey, too. 3 and out for the defense.
Yeah.
After they score a
Off the
touchdown, 3 and out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Newtown scoring again, NFA trailing 14-0. Ansonia, 2 TDs, 2 2-point conversions, 16-0 over Plainfield. Killingly still up 7-0.
And, of course, Killingly and Waterford hoping they both win their games, and we will have an ECC semifinal come Monday between the Red Hawks and the Lancers if the 2 favored or 2 higher-ranked teams can hold on as both lead currently. So you're right, 3 and out.
3 and out, yeah.
Great
Pitch a
point.
shutout, 3 and out, score touchdown, extra point, take the lead, defense comes out on a 3rd and 5.
Yeah.
Get off the field. Now our offense is back. We're in business. We got a little mojo going out there.
I'll tell you what mojo translates to here after first down.
You like that word?
Yeah, mojo. It's complicated. 2 syllables. Handoff, Harshberger. Cuts it back inside, still on his feet, and he trips at the first down marker, or he was gone. Big run there on first down by Jackson Harshberger.
A little mojo that time by Harshberger taking it upfield.
Who got the opening kickoff?
Granby Canton.
That is correct, which means holding against Waterford, so that'll take
boy.
care of that. But if Waterford could go down and score points here,
To Bill Belichick double down.
and then they get the ball back in the second half.
They did the same thing against East Line. You know, again, there's no. We've seen this. How many? You've seen it too. I mean, it's 45 seconds left to go in a half. We're going to put the game in the cooler, or we're going to go for it.
I have seen, I think, more points scored with under 2 minutes to go this year than I ever have before. I mean, we
They
get
did against Montville. Against
everybody.
Montville. Pete, you remember that?
We saw Fitch, Waterford,
Yeah.
NFA, New London. Everybody was get the ball with Killingly. You get the ball with 40 seconds left.
Yeah,
It's like
let's play it
plenty
safe.
of time.
Let's
Plenty
play
of
it
time.
safe.
Let's throw a 60-yard ball.
Over the top.
Unbelievable. So that's going to back him up. Going to call it 1st and 18. In motion, Sanford. Delayed handoff, Hightower. Big hole. Hightower to the outside. And another flag on the play. Hightower had a first down, and that's in the area of another hold, and it's going to all come back again.
Yeah, I see number 53, Jeremiah Harshberger, holding his hands up in the air saying, what? What did I do wrong?
So
that's too bad.
That's a gain of 8 holding penalty, a gain of 18 holding penalty.
Yep. That's going to be 1st and 20.
Yeah, well,
a spot foul could be.
it was 1st and 18, depending on where it was. Yeah, to see how far they back him up.
It's going to be
That
first
flag
and
came in late.
1st and 25, let's call it. Wow.
They went from being in the Bears side of things to now being at their own 30-yard line.
First and 24.
1st and 24 from their own 25-yard line.
I think both those penalties were called against Harshberger too. Second one certainly was. He had his arms up in the air.
So ball is on the 30-yard line. 1st and 24 from the 30-yard line. Clock ticking here. Waterford up 7-6. Bakken on first down is going to throw. Setting up a screen. Has it to Harshberger. Has a block. Cuts it inside. Cuts it back outside. Harshberger still on his feet. Crosses midfield and gets almost all of it back. A great play call on first down. Harshberger.
Another flag down too. I want to say it's a face mask, Casey. And if so, that will negate the penalty yards and pick up the first down. Oh, boy, with the way Waterford is, the body language of Sam Menders, I think it's a block in the back against Waterford. Nope.
Officials say personal foul, roughing the passer.
Wow.
And
I saw a face mask there,
they're
too.
going to call that, too. They're not done. And a face mask is declined. So
Okay.
2 penalties on the play. But either way, that's going to be a big gain. Lancers' energy is definitely picking up right here because with 3:21 remaining in the half, they're going to move the ball substantially into Granby territory.
Yeah, 35 yards if I do my math correct. 20 yards on the pitch and catch, and then 15 on the penalty. So, yeah, wow.
How much back and forth have we seen in the last 4 plays? Waterford's got about 80 yards.
Yeah, 80 yards in offense, yeah.
And we're going to get a timeout. Granby's going to talk it over. It'll be 1st and 10 Waterford from the 36-yard line. So, the other games going on in the ECC right now, obviously NFA was happy to get in. They played a great schedule. They thought they were going to play Darien. It turns out they're at Newtown.
Pick your poison there, right?
It is. It's a step up, in competition. They played these teams during the year for a reason.
Yeah.
But those teams are still really good.
Yeah.
That we knew that. You're the 8th seed. You're not supposed to beat the 1 seed.
Unless you're New Canaan.
Right.
Yeah, remember last year
which we called that. Killingly leads New Fairfield 7-0 at the half.
It's probably 22 minutes of time of possession maybe there for Killingly.
Well, I thought that was a fascinating game because I thought Killingly got a bad draw in that New Fairfield.
Right.
Great conference, plays a lot of big schools, a lot of L teams.
Beat them 4 years ago in the
Yeah.
state semifinal. Yeah.
Good pedigree. So
Yeah.
that's 2 teams that are the only thing New Fairfield had going against it is they probably had to leave Sunday evening to get to Killingly for that game because that is a hike.
Man.
But you know what?
You been out there?
No, oh yeah. No one can prepare for Killingly. There's no way to simulate Killingly's offense because no one can do it but them.
Oh, Lancers are in business.
1st down, in motion. Brennan. Harshberger gets the handoff off a right tackle, and he'll have a gain of about 3 on 1st down. And Waterford, I think, is going to be taking a page out of Killingly's book here.
Yeah.
They do not want to give the ball back to them in the 1st half.
And again, Coach Strecker says we're not exactly patient on offense, but maybe this is time forward with 3:04 and counting in the 1st half. It'd be nice to get yourself a score here, Casey. Then, like you said, get the ball coming out of the locker room. Danielson, Casey, is about 123 miles from New Fairfield by car. How's that?
That's outstanding. 2nd and 7. Little handoff on the edge, Hightower, and he'll get to about the 30-yard line as a little motion delay trickery.
Yeah, I mean, Hightower is just trying to bounce that to the outside. I mean, there's no cutback lane. Just kind of get lost behind your offensive lineman and beat a man one-on-one. Nice job on the outside tackling by the Bears.
3rd and 5.
This is 2-down territory.
Absolutely. Clock down to 2 minutes and 20 seconds and counting. Bakken's going to throw on 3rd down, has time, zips over the middle, and it's behind Brennan, incomplete. Brennan was open. He sat down at the sticks, but Bakken threw it behind him. Not a well-thrown ball by the senior. And that's unusual because he's been money for the past few years, but it brings up 4th down.
Now, that's the threat of the deep pad on the outside by Vincent. Going to clear things out underneath for Brennan. Again, a poorly thrown football. And I think Waterford will talk this over on a big 4th down.
Well,
I'm kind of shocked they didn't run the football there, to be honest with you.
I am as well, because I don't think they want. Now they're in a position where if they don't get it, they give a lot of time. And we had seen all year long, no one's putting it to bed, right? So you get it back with 2 minutes remaining, they're going to take a shot. So the other ECC team, of course, Plainfield, who we talk about, you can't get a worse draw. You had a chance to get in, maybe even get a home game.
Yeah.
You lose by 1 point to Griswold, and you end up going to Ansonia. I mean, you can't.
The only team I think in the state that's got more championships than Ansonia is New London.
Ansonia's
got a lot.
Ansonia's got the most football championships.
Yeah. There's a lot of them, isn't there?
If you took all the championships of New London total, it's Ansonia football championship.
Yeah, jeez.
And there's a couple. It's like, there are certain schools who have 20. Ansonia's got like 20 state championships. Thing is, Bloomfield, the other team in that has a bunch of them themselves. So
I'll tell you who's got a worse draw than Plainfield is Newington, trailing hand 37-0 in the second half.
What's the St. Joseph score? Do we have that one?
I think they were up. I'll get back to you now.
Because those 2 teams are going to play each other for the state championship. I think we all know that. 4th down, hard count, and they got him to jump. Mistake by the Bears, and that's going to be a 1st down Waterford.
That time, Casey, number 75, jumping on the hard count. Daniel Litton, senior defensive lineman. Happy feet up there. Like you said, get up to the line, run your hard count, and then run your offense from there.
So St. Joseph up 21-6.
Oh, all right. Watch the ball, the coaches yell. Watch the ball. They listen to the count. Bakken to throw. First down. Zips it, looking for Menders, and it was almost intercepted. Great coverage again on the inside by Simon Matthews. That's a second time tonight he's had a good position.
Yeah, Menders stepped out of bounds at the pylon, too, so I'm not too sure if he was eligible to catch that football. But, Sam Menders is a high jump champion. Throw the ball up in a place where he can go get it. I mean, you saw that in a corner route against East Lyme in the end zone from about 18 yards away. Put that ball up there where your receiver can make a play, like a little Randy Moss special.
I was actually surprised at the zip Bakken put on that ball.
Yeah.
He threw that on a rope. I thought he was going to try to go up in the air.
Yeah,
with
put
it,
that up there. Let your kid make a play on it.
I want to see him run the football right now. 2nd and 10, ball at the 25-yard line. I don't want to see them throwing the ball over the yard.
4 out of 13 for 64 yards for Bakken.
Delayed handoff. Harshberger straight up the middle. Big hole. Puts his head down and crosses the 15-yard line. And that'll be a first down. Looks like they're going to move the chains, and they will. First down, Lancers. Way to listen up.
Yeah, plenty of time left here. You can run all your stuff. You've got 2 timeouts. You've got 2 minutes to go.
Well,
2
Granby's,
minutes in eternity
Granby's
for
playing
this
that
Waterford
big
offense.
bubble zone. The middle of the field's wide
Wide
open. You don't have to just throw it. You can run the ball through that zone. In motion, Sokolsky. High snap, handled by Bakken. Keeps it himself. And that's a brilliant job, athleticism that time by Ryan Bakken.
Yeah, a heads-up play that time by Bakken. First of all, keeping the ball in front of him on a high snap, and then just tuck and run. Nothing cute on that one, partner.
2nd and 9, minute and a half remaining. Waterford right up on the ball. They're in Menders' territory for a field goal. In the flat it goes. Harshberger. Attanese brings him down after a gain of 3. That's a big tackle by Attanese on the edge because Harshberger's a load.
That's a good tackle. That's a one-on-one matchup up there. Good football tackle that time by number 24. Waterford will call timeout. Big 3rd down, 3rd and 7.
So you want to get the ball in the middle of the field here because
Yeah.
you want to get a chance at it. If you're going to kick a field goal, you want to be in the middle of the field, right?
Right.
3rd and 7. What are you calling?
You know what? I'm going to go back to that slant. I mean, I'm going to clear out. I'm going to put my 2 wide receivers at the pylons. Menders, let him leave him an option to go up and get it. I'll put Vincent on the other side of the pylon, and why not drag Brennan or Hightower underneath? I mean, if it's there, it's there. I don't think you're going to catch them napping with a screen to Harshberger right here. So how about create some space?
Yeah.
Let Menders make a play on the corner. Let your other wide receiver and Vincent, and then make a good throw to Brennan because that play's there.
That's actually a well-articulated and thought-out.
Which is not going to happen.
No, I think you should hand the ball off to Harshberger.
You think you should hand it off?
I think you should go hand off the ball to
All right.
Harshberger on a little bit of a delay.
You're going to load up for it on 4th down, or you're going to kick a field
Well,
goal
here's
if
the
they don't
thing.
get it?
If he gets within a yard or 2, I'm going for it on 4th down. If it's 4th and 5, I'll kick the field goal. But
Okay.
I'm going to be in the middle of the field.
All right.
I think what you designed is actually great. But right now, I don't like the way Ryan Bakken's throwing the football.
Okay. Well, Menders is not even on the field, so you got here he is on the outside. So Sokolsky and Harshberger, keep an eye on these 2 players.
In motion, Vincent. Fumble on the field. Bakken, that's out of field goal range. And it's picked up on the feet and down at the 30-yard line.
That was an inside handoff that time to Harshberger, and Harshberger was past Bakken when he went to hand the ball off to him. He put the ball on Harshberger's hip. He was already past his quarterback, and Waterford really shot themselves in the foot right there.
Big mistake by the Lancers. Not only do they not get points, they lose the football all the way up to the 30-yard line. And worse, with 1:06, if we've seen anything, lots of time.
I'm just thinking to myself, was that a little too cute on 3rd down and 7 right there with a little bit of the misdirection and then, trying to run Harshberger.
So 1st down, Rome will operate from the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, quarterback keeper straight up the middle, has a hole and breaks a tackle. Gain of 6 on 1st down for Jackson Rome, and the clock now ticking under a minute remaining here in the first half.
They got 1 timeout left, 2 timeouts left for the Bears.
Rome going to throw it. Little out pattern. Caught. Brought down immediately by Vincent is Dylan Disabella, but it'll be a 1st down and the chains will move for the Bears.
Isabella, 269 yards and 3 touchdowns on the year receiving.
Right up to the line goes Rome. Quarterback keeper breaks it to the outside, now cuts it back inside, slips a tackle, spins, still on his feet, 1st down. What a run on 1st down by Jackson Rome.
Well, you've got to find a wrap him up, wrap his legs up. Boy, he just keeps his legs moving. Power football into the 2nd level. You like that, 2nd level.
Timeout Granby Canton, but a 1st and 10, and the ball will be spotted at the 42-yard line of the Lancers with 26 seconds remaining here in the first half.
One timeout left in your back pocket. Your playbook is a little bit challenged, but we've said that before. Oh, this would be a huge turn of events if the Bears came down and got any kind of points after Waterford was knocking on the door.
Well, I didn't love what I saw on the extra point from the snap, the hold, and the kick. I feel like Atnese is a good athlete who's kicking. I mean, he did a nice job punting, but he's not it doesn't appear to be a technical kicker. So I don't know what the range of a real, not so much from his ability to kick it, but the snap, the hold, and all that. So I don't know what a realistic field goal attempt would be. So I think you're looking at them trying to punch one in if they do, 26 yards. Will Rome throw it, though? 1st and 10 Bears. Rome's going to throw. Hitch. There's the go. Long throw, and it's incomplete. Great coverage by Vincent on Sam Schock. And Rome had Schock on the hitch and go, but Vincent didn't bite.
That's a good job by Vincent, staying inside position, staying with his man step for step.
2nd and 10 with 20 seconds remaining. We'll see if Waterford tries to dial up any pressure here.
Right back to that, maybe.
They're going to same formation. Waterford stays in their soft zone. Vincent on the outside. Rome's going to throw. Pressured from the edge. Steps up. Fires. And it's complete just outside the 20-yard line. Complete to Simon Matthews.
Nice sideline pattern that time by Matthews, Casey. Best throw of the game for Rome thus far. That's a big-time throw out to the sidelines.
Rome to Matthews, marked at the 21-yard line. Clock will run, 14 seconds remaining when they wind it.
And it's winding right now.
I don't know if Granby, they're going to have to call a timeout, yeah. So timeout is called with 9 seconds remaining. That's Granby's last.
Coaching staff next to us is a little hot. I don't know what the confusion is about.
15 seconds they want to have on the clock.
14 seconds.
14. Yeah, 1-4. Yeah, 14 seconds on the clock. The officials are signaling.
And that's their last timeout.
So the timeout was taken. And they're going to
1-4.
put 14 seconds on the clock.
1-2.
They're trying. So here we go.
Officials yelling up here, 14 seconds.
They know.
Yeah, thumbs up. Casey, give him a thumbs up. Feel like you're an official now? There we go.
Patience, my young zebras.
Patience. You all right, Mike? Mike Norro's up here.
All right, here we go. 14 seconds remaining. Ball at the 21-yard line. Granby Canton is out of timeouts. Waterford with a 7-6 lead. As we head into the end of the first half, can Granby get some points on the board here and take all kinds of momentum into the half? Waterford will get the ball to start the third period.
Saying one timeout left on the board. I think Granby's out of timeouts.
They are. I said that twice.
Yeah, okay. Sorry.
It's all right. Waterford's got one left, though. Rome from the shotgun, going to throw. Has plenty of time, pressured. Steps outside. He flings it back to Atnese. Atnese is going to throw the ball to the end zone. Incomplete, knocked down by Brennan. Now that was a trick play and a half.
That was drawn in the sand as the play happened. That was one of those schoolyard plays right there. A hot potato.
All right, so Rome that time had time in the pocket. Then as he was pressured, he threw the ball on a lateral to Atnese so that Atnese could throw the pass. But I give the Lancers credit, especially Trey Brennan.
Staying home, yeah.
He wasn't fooled by that. Knocked it down. So here we go. It'll be 4.5 seconds remaining. So for all intents and purposes, this is the final play of the half. The Lancer line defense is imploring the fans here to make some noise. Second down, but likely the last play of the half with 4.5 seconds remaining. Rome, plenty of time, throws to the end zone, man's open, and he dropped the ball. The ball went right through Simon Matthews' hands. He was open. The Lancer defender had slipped.
Hightower, yeah.
Hightower had slipped. That ball would have been a touchdown. What a break for Waterford and a misstep by Granby Canton. We are at halftime here at Waterford High School. Lancers 7, Bears 6. Come on back for the halftime show on the other side. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
The Day strives to cover stories our readers care about. With a feature called Curious CT, we make it easier for you to tell us what you want to know about the people, places, and issues in southeastern Connecticut. You submit a question, readers vote, and we investigate and report. Go to theday.com/CuriousCT for more details. You ask, you vote, we investigate.
At The Day, our journalists are in your community, talking with business owners, attending town meetings, analyzing data, talking to government leaders, reporting on the issues that matter most to you. Since 1881, we have been serving our community and will continue to do so 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Never miss a day of news. Enjoy convenient home delivery right to your doorstep, 7 days a week. Subscribe at theday.com/membership.
It's a balmy Friday afternoon on the campus of Montville High School, and it's time for some undefeated rivals as the Montville High School Indians play host to the Lancers of Waterford.
Everything today is conspired to get you off your game. We're early, we're late, we're on time, we're not on time. Now they want to start this thing 10 minutes early. I don't care about any of that. What I care about is that you get out there and you focus at one play at a time, as good as you can do it, and you get back to the hall and get another one. You work too damn hard for too damn long to let anybody come here. That opportunity to run through your tunnel under your field is something special. And as you get a little bit older, guys, those special moments in life, they're not guaranteed. This moment right here is guaranteed. So I would advise each and every one of you right now, take full advantage of this opportunity. Do not let this slip away. Give us everything you've got from start to finish.
On first down, little bubble screen out to Sutman. He catches it, cuts it back inside, and it's pursued nicely. Now the ball is loose. It's on the turf. It's going to be, looks like it's going to be recovered by Montville. Yes, it is.
Get on the football. That's us, that's us, that's us. That's us, that's us, that's us.
Duchette will operate from the shotgun. Takes the handoff, rolls right, pressured, and he's going to be sacked. Matthew Sanford, the linebacker, shooting through. Sacks Duchette deep back all the way at midfield. And he's pressured, and down he's going to go. And who was it there again? It was Sanford. Bakken will operate from the shotgun. He's got twin receivers on both sides. Gonna throw. Corner route. Sutman, beautifully thrown, brings it down. Touchdown, Waterford. Ryan Bakken to Peyton Sutman. Pay dirt.
He's out of bounds. He's out of bounds. He was in bounds? Was he in?
He got one.
He got one? All right.
In motion now, Vincent. He gets the jet sweep to the opposite side. Cuts to the outside, gets a block, has the sideline. Down the sideline, streaking. Touchdown, Waterford, Michael Vincent.
Hey, Hightower. Vincent owes you a meal, man. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Vincent definitely owes him a meal, man. I'm talking like some serious Taco Bell or something. No, you had a good block, but your guy didn't end up on the ground like Hightower's guy did.
Third down here for Tanner Grove and his Montville Indians.
Fullback dive up the middle, big hole in the open, goes Jaden Long. Long crosses the 40, Long crosses the 30, Long crosses the 20, and finally down inside the 20.
Miguel, you at right guard? We're coming right behind you. You know when he needs to crawl? Literally, crawl through the ground. Don't stand up at all, crawl through him.
Chet, quarterback keeper behind his center, dives,
He didn't get
reaches.
He's not in.
He's in! He's in! He's in! They broke the play!
Touchdown! A huge play from quarterback Ryan Duchette.
Told Jordan to crawl, right? He was almost got there. Almost got there.
Get the ball back here, and it should be in good field position as Waterford elects to punt. Fake punt. Pass over the middle is complete for a first down. Quincy Foreign.
If you see it, we got to get a timeout there. We can't just, he just ran a play. against our punt return. Speed him up, let's go on the ball, let's go.
Bakken gonna throw. Plenty of time. Deep over the middle, wide open. Touchdown, Waterford. Peyton Sutman with his second of the game. Shet with time. High, looking for Brown, and it's intercepted beautifully by Hightower. Up the sideline he goes. Looking for blockers and out of bounds inside the Montville 20. The throw. Looking in the air, throws it up, and a jump and leaping catch. Menders touchdown. Sam Menders strike a post because you went up and got it, and Waterford pouring it on. Menders will kick it off for Waterford. 8 minutes, 48 seconds remaining here in the first half. Look at the leg on Menders. All the way to the goal line. And it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. When's the last time you saw a high school kid with a touchback?
Listen, that's an awesome kick, but I'm pissed off about the other thing. You showboated it, right? And now you're not going to play when you get the ball back. All right? All right? Okay. Come on. Be smart, Sammy. All right? But that kick was phenomenal.
Tanner Grove's going to have to go for it here on 4th and 6. Duchette under center. Has Owens in the eye. He's going to throw. Has time. Hit. And he gets hit right as he's going to throw. But Brown comes back and makes the catch. Antonio Brown at the 30-yard line with great athleticism. Bails out the Indian. From the eye. Handoff Sarmiento. Big hole. Rubbing to the end zone. Touchdown, Miles Sarmiento, and the Indians answer and cut the lead in half.
Yeah, and the Montville offensive line just wore out Waterford on that drive, Casey. 7 minutes on the scoring drive from Montville.
Hey, are those guys in better shape than you? No! You're acting like it right now. Get your heads up and play the game. Hey, we got to keep fighting, guys. We're going to put up points. Stop them here. Let's get a stop here.
3rd down and 20. Bakken gonna throw. Pressure. Throws deep down the sideline, looking for Sutman. He's got it at the 45. It's a foot race. Sutman's at the 20. Sutman's at the 10. Peyton Sutman with a trio of touchdowns. Lancers.
Let's talk about confidence and cockiness, right? Be confident that you can finish this thing, because you can. But don't be foolish enough to think you cannot mess it up. Guys, we're running the ball right down the field. Right down the field, running the ball, taking care of it, finishing blocks. Right? Over 150 yards, 2 scores, right down the field. We'd be in this game right now if we made a couple more plays on this kid. He's making excellent football plays. They called his number, he made a play. But now we're going to give him 2 of our best and make somebody else have to come beat him. 5 years ago or 4 years ago, we were up here. We're beating these guys at halftime. Same thing, they were sucking wind, we were fine. They got a long break at halftime, came out and ran us over in the second half. That is not going to happen today.
Duchette gonna throw. Has a man, it's Brown, and he catches it, spins off a tackler, and inside the 20 to the 15 is Antonio Brown. Quincy Foran drags him down at the 15. Fullback dive, long, breaks a tackle into the secondary. Foran can't hold him down, rumbling down towards the goal line. What a individual effort, Jaden Long.
Get out of my way, says number 7. Gets himself into the second level.
Long,
touchdown.
punching it in, touchdown Indians.
Pater, 6 for number 7.
Makes the handoff, out in the flat it goes. Touchdown, Waterford, Quincy Foran. The Q comes through.
Oh, what a hit that time.
Ball's loose.
Huge hit.
Ball's loose and Harshberger comes out of the pack with it. They're going to say Lancer football. What a big hit and fumble recovery.
Let's go offense, offense! You got to give it to the refs, man. Offense, let's go offense!
Bakken from the shotgun. He's going to throw. Nothing there. Now he's going to tuck it and run. Nobody in front of him. Touchdown, Ryan Bakken, and the Lancers are pouring it on. Handoff, Hightower straight up the middle, has a hole, shoots for the end zone. Touchdown, Lancers, Christian Hightower. Little jet sweep action to the outside. Matthew Sanford. Sanford showing speed down the sideline. Sanford's got the 10. Sanford is going to get into the end zone. No, they're going to wave him out of bounds at the 3. In motion, Brennan on the jet sweep. Puts his head down on Owens, and touchdown, Trey Brennan, right over the top of Nehemiah Owens, and the Lancers have crossed the 60 threshold.
Guys, played a great football team today, right? They ran tons and tons of bodies at us. That game right there, I'd be very surprised if you play in a game the rest of the year where your conditioning matters as much as that game mattered, okay? Both teams went fast and it started hot, right? And we had a little more gas in those guys. Played a team that's got a bunch of talented guys all over the field. But you hung in there and you fought them to the end. And we called on everybody. Guys, this is what we talked about with small high school football. Everyone we play against is going to line up with 70-something guys. We line up with 20-something. But we're going to still play them from start to finish, the best we've got, guys, the best we've got. You guys focused on what I asked you to focus on, right? Process, one play at a time. Good job, good job. All right, we're going to break it down. We're going to get on the bus and get out of here, all right?
Let's go, let's go.
Lance Pride on 3. 1, 2, 3, Lance Pride!
Jerry Quinn has been coaching basketball at St. Thomas More in Montville since 1978.
When I go to the new year, it'll actually be the 6th different decade that I've coached basketball, which is just, it's amazing when I don't even think I'm alive 6 decades, so I don't know.
Back in May, just before his 64th birthday, the self-described active, passionate coach who likes to get out on the floor with his players was dealt a blow that might have prevented him from coaching his 42nd season.
I just felt some crazy numbness in my legs, and I thought it was nothing. Within 24 hours, I was relatively paralyzed.
Quinn was diagnosed with Guillain-Barré syndrome, an illness that causes the body's immune system to attack its nerves and can lead to paralysis.
Guillain-Barré syndrome is just a very debilitating virus that the medical profession really doesn't know much about. They say like 1 out of every 100,000 people get it. Which I was kind of disappointed because I always thought I was like 1 in a million. But evidently I'm just 1 in 100,000. But and if somebody around here had to get it, man, I'll take the hit. I'm okay.
Quinn's players, who come from around the country and around the world to play and study at St. Thomas More, worried about whether they would see their coach back out on the floor.
I was shocked, like sort of heartbroken at the moment, because it was like, because he's one of the most energetic people I know. So to know he's not able to walk and move like he usually is, it was kind of heartbreaking.
We were all down, but JQ helped us like lift our spirits up. He always, no matter what, he's always like, he has a smile on his face. He has a positive attitude.
I've always been upbeat. When people came in, I tried to be the one who brought levity into a room, and I tried to always let people know I was going to be okay, because I think in any illness, that's the mindset you have to have.
Still the same positive guy. Like he was ready to go, like saying, "I'll be back in a couple months, guys."
And sure enough, Quinn is back at the gym. He wears braces on his lower legs now and needs occasional help standing up. But other than that,
let's go. Nothing's changed. He's still intense. He still like gets on us. He still coaches us with the same passion.
Miles, you didn't say anything. Jair, you didn't say anything.
He's just not able to move around as much, but we still hear him when he's sitting down on the other side of the court.
Shut the ball, Jack.
The kids have just been wonderful. When I stand, they let me reach out and hold them, and they have a tendency to move the chairs in the gym around to where I can sit quickly. I'm just so elated that I'm back coaching, that every day's a good day and every practice is a good practice, and honestly, nothing's going to get me down.
A lesson that is not lost on his players.
No matter what, you can keep going. The condition's not going to stop him from getting to where he wants to get and helping kids reach their goals.
Just to always stay positive. If you have a negative mindset, you'll probably get a negative outcome. So to always stay positive, and good things will happen.
1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6.
The Day strives to cover stories our readers care about. With a feature called Curious CT, we make it easier for you to tell us what you want to know about the people, places, and issues in southeastern Connecticut. You submit a question, readers vote, and we investigate and report. Go to theday.com/CuriousCT for more details. You ask, you vote, we investigate.
Tonight's game is brought to you by MJ Sullivan Chevrolet Buick. At MJ Sullivan Chevrolet Buick, the end of the year is here, and this is their gift to you. The Chevy price you pay is what they pay, and not a cent more during MJ Sullivan Chevy Employee Discount for Everyone sale. That's right, you pay what they pay on every 2019 and select 2020 Chevrolet model, and not a cent more. This will save you up to $13,000, but it's only going to last this month. Only at MJ Sullivan Chevrolet Buick in New London or mjsullivangm.com.
Get yourself a new car on the holiday wish list. There he is, Casey O'Neill, Peter Wappy, Sports Doctor Keith O'Brien. We are handsome, are we not?
We are not.
Pete, what do you think of this first half, Pete? Seriously, 7-6. Waterford, some missed opportunities out there?
They look like they're a little nervous, a little jittery out there.
Yeah, a little tight. Casey had mentioned that, a little tight.
Yeah, I think they still are. And the guy that's on the spot is quarterback Ryan Bakken, right?
Yeah.
So a lot's been made. He's the premier quarterback on this team, in the league with his numbers. And he was the starting third baseman on the baseball team, on the basketball team. So a lot was made about the championship pedigree. And I think he would say, 5 of 14 for 66 yards. I think he would say a lousy first half for him.
Well, I think what you want to see the quarterback do, hey, Mike, how are you, is let his receivers make a play on it. We saw a couple passes to Menders in the corner where, I'd made the comment where Menders is a tall, he's a tall kid. He's a, high jump champion in the state. Let him make a play on the football. And also, too, Vincent with that double move, Casey, let's go back to that. But let's put the ball in a position where your receivers can make a play. A couple of plays across the middle, behind receivers. We saw Sanford drop one. We saw Brennan, ball behind him. So let's dial it in, and let's give your receivers an opportunity to make a play.
Yeah, Waterford's going to get the ball to start the second half, and I think we're going to find out right away what, this is always the fun part, right? What adjustments were made at halftime. And we're going to find right away if Waterford does anything differently. I thought their biggest success was just pounding the football.
Yeah.
And I don't see any reason to go away from that. But Bakken's going to have to play better in the second half as the kick goes down to the sideline and bounces into the hands of Hightower at the 20-yard line. And not much going on, but he breaks it to the outside and breaks a tackle, and he crosses the 30. So a nice run back by Christian Hightower, and we'll see Ryan Bakken and the Waterford offense to start the second half.
We saw at times penalties hurt this Waterford offense. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It's it's one of those things where in a close game with 2 close teams, penalties will hurt you.
Jackson
clean up the mess a little bit.
Jackson Rome, 9 rushes for 27 yards. I think if Waterford would have signed up for that in a heartbeat, 27 yards for him in the first half.
Yeah.
But it felt like he made plays when he needed to. Obviously, the big touchdown run by Atnese. So first down, Waterford. Ball right at the 30-yard line. Hand off Hightower. And Hightower will follow his blocks to the 35-yard line. Gain of about 5 on first down.
5 yards on first down, second down and 5. Again, down in distance. This offense can do pretty much anything.
Right up to the ball. It's here on 2nd and 5. Hand off again to Hightower. Off left tackle, has a nice hole. Follows his blocking, moving the chains. First down, Lancers.
Yeah, straight power football, like you said, off left tackle. Big run. Hightower gets himself to the second level, makes the play.
35-yard line, crosses over to the 42-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. In motion goes Brennan. Handoff. Harshberger, and nothing there. Harshberger's going to lose 3. And that's not the way I want him running the football.
No.
I want him with a head of steam.
Yeah, I think number 37 again in the stop there, Dontel Williams. Played a heck of a football game, yeah. Yeah, north-south, head of steam. You don't want to, playing around in the hole. 50-50 raffle money passing hands up here in the booth. Now, Mike tomorrow wants to know where is this cut.
Second down and 13. Ball at the 40-yard line. In motion, Sokolski. Keeper by Bakken. Breaks a tackle. Outside, crosses the 50, has a first down, and runs out of bounds at the Granby 45-yard line. Nice, patient run from Ryan Bakken.
Yeah, and a good block on the inside, a good cutback block that time by number 53, Jeremiah Harshberger. Kind of sealed the edge. Bakken saw it, took it to the outside, and a good heady run by the quarterback. He's made better plays with his feet thus far than his arm.
He has, and you know that they're going to take some shots. You know that those plays are building. They want to get him involved throwing the football. What I haven't seen from them, I haven't seen any of the screens, any of the short, other than the set screens to the running backs. No bubble screens or anything yet. In motion, Brennan. Handoff, Harshberger on the delay. And he'll cross the 40-yard line again, moving the chains.
That's where you want to see him, Casey. North, south, head of steam, hit the hole, finish the run. Pick up 4, pick up 5.
2nd and 5 is manageable down in distance. This is exactly where you want to be. Handoff again, and better job that time by Granby Canton.
Malik Brown-Smith, number 36, coming up from his linebacker position, making the stop, stepping up, 3rd down and 3.
All right, listen, Mr. Cetera, out there in Seattle. You don't beg for a shout-out. All right, you're better than that. You're better than that. Just because you're out in Seattle, you think we're going to give you a shout-out on game day. It's 3rd and short. Thomas Cetera out there in Seattle. Welcome. Always nice to have you. End around. Brennan has a hold. Cuts to the outside. 1st down. Move the chains. They'll mark him out at the 33-yard line, but another 1st down for the Lancers.
Yeah, when you talk about finishing the play that time, Bakken on the handoff kind of took the ball into the line, kind of simulated he was running the football. Casey tried to freeze up the linebackers a little bit, and Brennan got to the edge. It's just the little things that he does that make his team successful.
1st down, handoff, Harshberger, and a much better job. The center of the line doing a much better job for Granby Canton here, shoring it up a little bit. And they're sending everybody. Adam East was in on that one. All the linebackers.
You got Malik Brown-Smith, number 36, in there, taking up space.
Dontrell Williams. All the linebackers shooting the gap. Ironically, this is what we thought Waterford was going to have to do defensively. They've got Granby Canton having to defend the run. The pass should be there.
Set him up. Set him up on the outside for number 18 and number 1.
2 high safeties. Middle of the field should be wide open. Going to throw. Pressured. Rolls right. Sets it up. Hightower, and he's buried by Anise.
Wait, he is not playing football on the next level? Wow. I don't understand that. The coaching staff told me at halftime. That's a big hit.
That's going to be a loss on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10 and 3rd and 10 and a half.
I'm flexing a little muscle.
I'll tell you what, that kid tackles.
Yeah, wraps you up.
Waterford crowd getting into it here on 3rd and 10. Camera shaking. Foot to stomping. Big 3rd down here on the opening drive of the 2nd half for the Lancers. They've eaten a lot of clock. They've moved the sticks. But if they don't convert here, points may not come. In motion, Menders. Hand off to Hightower. Has to cut it back inside, and he's going to be stopped after a gain of maybe 4, and it's going to bring up 4th down and decision time here. Not so much whether to go for it or not, but what are you running down in distance?
Yeah, that's number 58 that time, Devin Flagg, setting the outside, setting the edge, pushing Hightower back to the middle. 4th down and 9. Big play here for this Waterford offense.
4th and 9. They got a penalty for a 1st down at this distance, but this is a tough down in distance to convert. Ball at the 32.
Yeah, 3rd, 4th, and 9 this game.
And they haven't punted yet.
No.
They're not going to punt here either.
They're not going to punt.
So you got Vincent and Brennan at the bottom of the screen, Menders at the top of the screen.
Double move here by Vincent down at the bottom of the screen. We're going to keep an eye on it.
Bakken steps up, going to throw, but he's hit from behind.
That ball's out,
That ball's loose. Williams got to him. 1st down as a fumble recovery, and it'll be Bears football as Dontel Williams got to Bakken as he was trying to throw the football, and the Bears have held.
Oh, wait, number 37 has been wrecking shop up front for the Bears all game long. Stepped up, strip sack, fumble. And again, no time at all for Bakken. The Bears brought the house that time. They did not have time to find his receivers downfield on the edge.
Well, they knew that the sports doctor called for a double move, and they weren't going to allow that to happen.
No.
So here's the first possession of the 2nd half for Granby Canton. We'll see what they do to get Jackson Rome going. 1st down, we're going to go under center for Rome. Pitch right. Atnese trying to get to the corner, and a great job by Brennan. Brennan fighting off the block of Dylan Disabella, and he makes the tackle for a loss.
Trey Bennett side to side, stringing that thing out. Huge stop on first down. Under center was Rome, huh? A little different look that time. Power football.
Yeah, Disabella on the edge there trying to hold off Brennan. Brennan did a great job fighting him off and making the tackle. We know Atten East is not easy to bring down, and that's a loss of 5. It's going to be 2nd and 15. Not the down and distance that Granby Canton is comfortable in. Rome will operate back in the shotgun. Little toss, and nothing there.
Big hit.
Tackle made.
That's Rosario.
And Harshberger out there as well.
Jeremiah Harshberger.
And Disabella got the toss, and Harshberger was there.
Rosario Gonzalez pushed that play back to the outside, and Harshberger was waiting with open arms.
So you wanted to know what was going to happen on the first 2 plays from scrimmage. How about -7 yards, bringing up 3rd and 17.
I'm dialing up pressure right here, too, from John Strecker on 3rd down. I'm going to come after the quarterback a little bit. I'm going to move him off his mark and make him feel uncomfortable. It's Sokolsky on the edge. Harshberger at the top of the set on defense as well.
From the shotgun, Rome to throw. Pressure, sets it up. And a beautiful open field tackle made by Sanford. Sanford stuck shock right at the 30-yard line, and the Bears will punt.
Yeah, extra pressure on the top of the formation, like they called for by Harshberger, and a great open field tackle by Sanford. The Lancers were coming that time. Rome had to get rid of that football.
Atten East will punt away, standing at his own 20-yard line, and Vincent back deep for the Lancers. He stands at his 35.
I believe only the 2nd punt of the game.
Snap is good, no pressure. Line drive, punt will be taken by Vincent at the 35. Avoids one tackler, but can't avoid Shock. And Shock brings him down at the 38-yard line. That's a great football name, too. Shock.
Yep.
Sam Shock. I like that name.
Shock and Harshberger.
Killingly now leading 21-0.
Yep.
That game's over because they won't see the ball again.
They won't get 3 more possessions.
And confirmed from Ned Griffin that Jaden Desilis left the field on crutches. So he NFA down to their 4th quarterback, trailing 21-0.
Hasko's healthy again, right? So isn't it back to the 2nd string quarterback?
He was not playing, so I don't know what the situation is there exactly.
They're cycling back around, I think, at this point. First down, the Lancers from the 39-yard line. In motion, Sokolsky. And Bakken's going to give it to, take it out of Sokolsky's belly and keep it himself. Gain of a yard. Nice play by the interior as Devin Flagg made the stop for the Bears.
Flagg and Dontel Williams from the edge. Kind of hanker down that middle of the line.
And gain of 3.
No big plays tonight for this Waterford offense. We saw many big plays against East Lyme. The big pass plays to Vincent, Menders in the action, but nothing downfield. And only 1 or 2 shots for Waterford thus far.
Yeah, and
good coverage. There's some good coverage down there.
And they've gotten pressure on him a little more than I think he's comfortable with, having allowed the long routes to develop.
Right.
But also, he's had some plays, some 10-yard intermediate routes, and he's missed them.
Yeah.
2nd and 8. Bakken's going to throw. Quick out, and he underthrows Vincent, incomplete.
He's got to force feed that ball into Vincent in the sideline. Sokolsky was wide open in the middle of the field.
And you can see Bakken is really aggravated with himself.
Yeah.
He walked out of our camera shot. That's how far back he walked.
Right.
He walked out of our camera shot, tried to compose himself. You can see he's very, very frustrated.
He's pressing a little bit.
And every throw becomes harder and harder when you don't make the previous throw.
It's kind of like that 6-footer, the putt.
That's right. After you miss 2 of them, that 6-footer becomes 12 feet. I'd like to see if I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here on a delay with Harshberger. But they want to get Bakken going, so forget I said it.
And pressure is coming from Canton.
In motion, Sanford. Sanford gets it on the end around, gets a block from Harshberger, cuts it inside, has the first down, and crosses the 50-yard line. Nice patient run by Matt Sanford and a great block by Harshberger.
Harshberger set that edge. Sanford took it to the inside. You called for a run there, and you got it. Nice piece of play calling and nice execution up front by that Lancer offensive line. As a coordinator, though, you got to keep going back to your quarterback, and you got to get him a couple passes and get a little confidence in himself.
So now on first down, what I would do.
You take a shot.
I'm not going to take a shot. I'm going to run a pass right to the 40-yard line, have my guy sit, have him throw a nice little in route to try to get him
in rhythm
with a reception under his belt. I'm not going to have him throw deep down the field, but I'm also not going to do anything silly because I'm running the football right now.
Single coverage on Vincent.
In motion, Menders. Menders gets the end around. He's going to have to show some speed because Atton chases him down for the loss of 5. Couldn't get there.
Yeah, he's flexing a little muscle out there too, his Aunt Niece. Sideline to sideline, he may be the fastest player on the field. He is quick.
Big loss, 2nd and long. I know Waterford's trying to take advantage of the edges here, but I really think in order for them to win this football game, Ryan Bakken's going to have to start feeling a little more comfortable, and you can't have him throw the ball when it's 2nd and 20. You got to get him in it.
Extremely fast-moving third period too, 2:20 and counting.
So 2nd and long, Bakken, little bubble screen to Menders. Menders cuts it back inside, and it's well defended. Nice job out there by Disabella. And that's a gain of maybe a yard. It's going to bring up 3rd and long.
You know, Menders makes that catch, and he almost kind of like backpedals Casey and takes it to the sidelines. If he just kind of cut that ball in stride, stuck his head down, he might have had 7 or 8 yards.
Under 2 minutes.
Too much trying to shake and bake and make a play, but when you catch that ball in stride on the bubble screen, stick your head down and get what you can get.
3rd and 15. As you said, an incredibly quick third period.
Yeah.
Only the 3rd possession of the 3rd period. Bakken to throw. Has plenty of time. Nothing there. Rolls. Throws on the run into traffic. It's tipped, and it's intercepted by Atton. Atton crosses the 40. Crosses the 50. Breaks another tackle, and he's into Lancer territory. Big play, Sam Atton, and the Bears are in business.
Yeah, Bakken tried forcing that one, coming back across his body, tried to find Trey Brennan on the tip ball. Atton has done a little bit of everything in this game for the Bears. Ill-advised throw that time by Ryan Bakken, and like you said, he is frustrated.
Rather than punt it away and pin them back, they've given the Bears possession of the football in Lancer territory. So 1st and 10, Granby Canton. Rome will operate under center. Handoff to Shock. Tries to bounce it outside, and nothing there.
Outside by
Sanford came up and made the tackle.
You know, with the lack of passing game right now for the Bears, too, I mean, I think Waterford has the luxury of sending some linebackers in, shooting gaps, trying to make some plays, trying to disrupt that running game a little bit. You know, Sanford will creep up, Harshberger will creep up.
So 2nd down and 10. We're under a minute remaining in this very quick 3rd period. Now from the shotgun, Rome. High snap. Gives it to Atton. Atton gets the edge, and a flag comes down on the edge. That's usually where there's going to get a hold out there on one of those wide receivers. And it is holding against Granby Canton. And with 35 seconds remaining, that'll back them up.
Not a lot of action in this 3rd quarter. Up and down the field, but not a lot of action.
So 35 seconds.
20, yep.
Be long, 2nd down.
Second and 16, spot foul. Again, Waterford linebackers dropping off the line of scrimmage. Let's see him bring some heat here.
Rome to throw, plenty of time. Throws it, has a man, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Mackin, and he threw it a little bit wide, and it'll be 3rd and long.
That time, Casey, Waterford dropped out of their pressure. They lined up Harshberger and Sanford off the ball to try and contain the middle of the field.
Yeah, Jeremy Heineck dropped from his line position and all the way out to try to contain on the pass to the wide receiver. So a little bit of a zone read look that time.
Yeah, only a 3-man rush that time.
So 3rd and long. Let's see if the Lancers bring pressure. Rome gonna throw. They set up a screen. Lancers read it well, and it's still set up nicely. But one man to beat in the outside, and the man made the tackle. There really was one man to beat.
Yeah, you're right.
Because they ran the screen, and Waterford read it really well, but he still completed the screen to Disabella, and Disabella had one guy left, and he made the play. So, flag on the play.
Lineman downfield.
Which makes a lot of
makes
a lot of sense because it was one of those slow-moving screens, and guys leak downfield.
Into the third quarter, I think. Yep.
And that is the end of the third quarter. Waterford 7, Granby Canton 6. Fourth quarter action on the other side. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
At The Day, our journalists are in your community, talking with business owners, attending town meetings, analyzing data, talking to government leaders, reporting on the issues that matter most to you. Since 1881, we have been serving our community and will continue to do so 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Never miss a day of news. Enjoy convenient home delivery right to your doorstep, 7 days a week. Subscribe at theday.com/membership.
Tonight's game is brought to you by MJ Sullivan Chevrolet Buick. At MJ Sullivan Chevrolet Buick, the end of the year is here, and this is their gift to you. The Chevy price you pay is what they pay, not a cent more, because it's MJ Sullivan's Chevy Employee Discount for Everyone sale. That's right, you pay what they pay on every new 2019 and select 2020 Chevrolet models, and not a cent more. This will save you up to $13,000, but it's only going to last this month. Only at MJ Sullivan Chevrolet Buick in New London or at mjsullivangm.com. Also by Waterford Dental Health. At Waterford Dental Health, our entire team is dedicated to providing you with the personalized, convenient, and affordable dental care you and your family deserve. Visit them at 177 Boston Post Road or at waterforddentalhealth.com.
Well, one team is either going to play home on Monday. Good job, Case. All in one breath. One team is either playing at home on Monday night, or the other team is going to drive to Killingley.
Well, that game's not over yet, but yeah, 21-0.
21-0. Yeah, well, I'm assuming.
It's like 65-0 with anyone else because you're not going to get 3 possessions against them.
No.
Talk about shortening a game. The Killingley shortens the game.
Yeah, boy.
So here we go, 3rd and 21 as we start the fourth quarter. And Granby Canton faced with a 3rd and long. The clock needs to get reset. There we go, 12 minutes.
Okay, yeah. All right, good job. Waterford's going to show pressure now. Harshberger on the outside.
And they do. They send the blitz off the corner. There's Harshberger, and they got him. Got him back at the 36-yard line.
Well, they stayed out of it. The previous 2 plays, and on 3rd down, they crept Harshberger and Sokolsky up to the line of scrimmage and brought him. I think it's going to be a hold, and that's going to be declined. But Harshberger came off the edge, and he was shot out of a cannon and made the play.
Harshberger and Sutman and Heineck and Rosario, they were all making the push up the middle. Penalties declined, and Anise will punt it away, and Vincent will stand back at his own 30-yard line.
At 4th and 32, or?
Yeah, 4th and 32.
Quite a ways.
So Vincent now drifts back to his own 25. Atnese has kicked the ball well. Snap is good, and the kick is a high, very short. Very short. Be careful on this one. Be careful on this one. There's the poison call. Lateral bounce, and it dies at the 40-yard line. So Waterford have great field position at their own 40.
They get Trey Brennan and Sanford down there. Boy, danger zone, poison. So Waterford holds on defense, Casey, on a big sack on 3rd down, a bit of a shank on the punt, and they set up shop 1st and 10 from their own 40. We've seen them chew a little clock in this game, too. We haven't seen them from the past. I mean, that's not their MO, but they've had some big drives here of over 4 or 5 minutes.
So they will have a drive here, and a huge drive, because if they can put points on the board here, that will go a long way to securing a home semifinal here at Waterford High School. They've got to get Ryan Bakken going. 1st down. Handoff, Harshberger straight up the middle, and a nice hole shrinks very quickly, but with the tough running of the big fullback, he'll get 4.
4 yards in a cloud of dust by Jackson Harshberger. He's been the MVP thus far for this Waterford team.
Yeah, see, this is where
both sides of the football.
This is where turf hurts.
Cloud of dust.
Great turns of phrase.
Yeah, I understand.
And there is no cloud of dust.
No, there's not.
4 yards and a churn of pellets. And that doesn't seem to have the same spunk to it.
I think people at home understand, though.
Yeah, it's not the same thing. Death of the English language, sports doctor. 2nd down. Bakken hands the ball off. Inside handoff, and not much there. Hightower and maybe fell forward for a yard. It's going to bring up third and call it a long 3.
Isabella on the stop, number 22, tackle in the hole.
Going to call it 3rd and 4. Right up on the line, Bakken. Handoff inside, Harshberger, and a beautiful tackle made by the linebacking core, Malik Brown-Smith.
Yeah.
And he's going to be short. Ball's going to be marked at the 49-yard line. It's going to be 4th and a foot.
I'm going to go for it.
You got to just go right up on the football, quarterback sneak and go. Let's get this over with.
Yep. Hard count, quarterback sneak. You know, we saw on the 2-point conversion from Waterford, they're not going to do it.
Bakken's going to go from the shotgun. Handoff, Harshberger. First down as he breaks the line and leans forward, and his chains will move for the Lancers.
You like that call on 4th down?
I like giving it to Harshberger. I would have liked it more if they had gone right up under center and run the quarterback sneak. But, we'll take
You have no problem with them going for it. You'd rather see them go for it than punt it?
They have to go for it there. Yeah, Waterford has not played well. And they are, dominating the line of scrimmage. And they really have to continue to do that. That's an important aspect moving forward. They have got to continue to dominate the line of scrimmage. So first down, Lancers. In motion, Brennan. There's a delayed handoff to Hightower. Breaks outside, stumbles, and cuts back inside. And he'll have a gain of 7.
Jeremiah Harshberger, that time number 53, clearing away for Hightower. Nice cutback, good gain on first down. Again, Hightower north-south running that time, Casey, for a speedster.
There's a delayed handoff, Harshberger, and that was well read by the interior.
Malik Brown-Smith, number
Flag,
36.
Yep. Devin Flag. Waterford alumni Mike Susie, the Eastern Connecticut Baseball Hall of Famer Mike Susie, says that the only poison he knows is the legendary rock band who's playing with the greatest rock band of all time.
Motley Crue and Def Leppard. That's right.
My
That was
gosh.
a summer tour. I can't wait.
Mike Susie, thanks for chiming in, Lancer
Bears,
alum.
Bears loading the box.
Bakken's going to throw, and it's knocked away by Atenise. And it's going to bring up 4th and 2 from the 40, and I think they're going to go for it again.
Well, and again, if you're running the football successfully, all you need is 2 yards there. That's a tough play call. Trey Brennan slipped out into the flat, but that time, Bakken just couldn't find him.
Sometimes I think you can be
too cute.
Cuter, yeah, exactly.
Too cute.
It's a huge defensive stop right here. If Granby Canton can hold them here, that'd be a huge lift. You got to expect them to give the ball to Harshberger here. Do they have the courage
It's the quarterback
to do something else?
sneak look that they ran against East Lyme.
Not loaded up. End around. It goes, reaching, breaking a tackle is Brennan and knocked out of bounds. Big hit out of bounds made by Disabella, but a first down as Brennan with a tough run.
Yeah, it's a double wing look against East Lyme. They ran a little bit of a quarterback sneak. You said loaded box that time. I think Bakken probably checked out of it. Came to the wingman, and Brennan breaks a tackle and picks up a big first down. And right now, the Bears are just pinching down in that middle of the defensive line. And they got 6-7 guys in the box right now.
First down. Bakken in motion, Sokolsky. Hand off to Sokolsky, and that's a nice gain on first down. And right now,
that's a good run.
What I would suggest is why mess with anything else right now? Why throw the ball? Why goof around? Keep pounding the ball. 2nd and 5.
We have almost 4 minutes and counting on this drive, too, as we approach the 8-minute mark. Yeah, obviously the passing game is not working, and your bread and butter's been up the gut right now.
Keep running the football. That defense has been on the field a
them out.
lot. Straight handoff again. This time it goes Harshberger. He breaks a tackle and gets up to about the 25-yard line, so that'll be just shy of a first down. They'll mark it at the 26.
Yeah, same 3 guys making tackles for the Bears out there. Devin Flagg, Malik Brown-Smith, Dontel Williams, tackling machines right now up front for the Bears.
3rd and short, under 7.5 minutes remaining. Handoff, Harshberger, and he just puts his head down to move the chains.
He's got a first down there.
Speaking of great Waterford alumni, the great former second baseman of the Waterford Lancers and Llewellyn Legion, J.R. Schaponi, father of Mia and Sienna, says that while this game is not easy to watch, it's a pleasure to watch it on game day.
Oh, sure.
Thank you, Chippa. He said he watched the first half at the school and decided he was better off in the chair.
There you
chair
go.
at home.
That's
Put
right.
the feet up, watch the second half on game day.
There you go, game day.
Bakken. Motion man is Brennan. Handoff, Hightower. Hightower tries to bounce outside, and nice pursuit made by Williams. Dontel Williams has made about 72 tackles.
Yeah, he's played a good game. This is patient play calling, too, by John Strecker and his staff. And again, on a night where Ryan Bakken's having an off night, I think the message is clear. Offensive line, we're going to get on your back. We're going to try and ride you to victory.
So here's where they might throw the football on 2nd and 9. But you're right here, Sports Doctor. They're taking a play out of the...
This is a Killingly drive right here. This is over 6 minutes now. Almost 6 minutes.
This is them taking a page out of what they might see next time, which is patient and, run the football, move the chains. It's going to be under 6 minutes here after this play. There goes the handoff wide. Brennan, he cuts it back inside. Tries to get back outside and reaches towards the sticks. He's going to be about 2 yards short. That's a patient run by Trey Brennan. I think he had more room to the outside, but he cut it back in.
Decided to cut back, yeah. I think you're right. I think he had the first down if he would have kept going. He'd have been inside the 15-yard line. Sam Menders was blocking downfield that time.
So they're going to mark him at the 17, so it's 3rd and 3.5. And you got to figure 4 down territory here, right? There's 2 cracks at these yards.
Yeah, 44.
I've got 3 words for you.
Yeah, 44.
Harshberger.
A hard count.
Hard count. They
That's
drew
with
him.
the 3rd time tonight.
That's going to be a first down. Great job by the center. Staying home. That's number 1. Jeremiah Harshberger.
Yeah.
Yep, stayed home and drew them off. Great count by Bakken.
Watch the football, son.
Yelling at the 9-year-old level. Watch the ball. They can't move till it moves. First down. Approaching 5 minutes from the 16. Hand off to Harshberger, and nothing doing in the center of the line for the Bears.
Boy, and it is tough running up there right now if you're Harshberger. The entire defensive line and linebacking core is just pinching to the middle right now. So if I'm Waterford, can I get Vincent on a jet sweep? Can I get Sam Menders coming across? Can I get Hightower on the edge maybe? But we're going to keep pounding in the middle of the field.
We got an official's timeout. Injured player heading off is at Nice. If it were me, this is the play where I would take a shot at a jump ball for Menders
How about
in the corner
Menders
of the
in the
end
corner?
zone.
Yeah. Yep.
And then on 3rd down, I would run it straight up the middle. And the
Then
same
let
day.
Menders kick a field goal?
If it's 3rd and 5 or 4th and 5, yes. 4th and 1, I'm going for it.
Exactly the spot they were in the field against East Lyon when Menders caught that ball at the pylon.
From the 16-yard line. There goes Brennan in motion. Jet sweep to Brennan. And he's tackled in the open field. Brilliantly done by Disabella. And they read that perfectly. I would have liked to have seen him pull it out and throw the lob, because now it's going to be 3rd and 15. And now they're at the edge of Menders' range as well. Ball's back at the 18-yard line, so it's a 35-yard field goal.
36-yard field goal.
He can get it. He can hit it that far, but that's a long field goal in high school.
Well, I'm gonna let him make a play by the end zone right now. I mean, he's got the ability to go above and get it from his defender. Again, he's been covered very, very well on the outside, by number 11, by Matthews.
3rd and 15. Bakken's going to throw. Bad throw, dangerous, and almost intercepted. He was going for a screen to Hightower, and there was literally 4 defenders around him. Bakken clearly did not see what he was throwing it to. 4th and 15. Got to wonder if they're going to bring Menders out to try to kick this field goal.
Yeah, Dontel Williams had a pick 6 right there, and why did he throw that football?
Menders is pleading his case. He wants to try this field goal.
He's going to get a chance.
I think they're just huddling up. I don't think they're kicking it. Yeah, they're going for it here on 4th and 15 from the 21-yard line.
Oh, okay, they're going to kick.
And now they're going to set it up for a kick.
Yeah.
Like I said.
Yeah. This is going to be a 35-yard field goal from one of the best kickers in the league.
Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is up. Plenty of leg. And it
drilled
is good. Sam Menders drills the 35-yard field goal, and that makes it A 10-6 Lancer lead. What a weapon it is when you have a kicker who can hit it from 35 yards.
8 minutes and 16 seconds off the clock on that drive, too. How do you like that?
And they came away with points, which is the most important thing. And hard to believe, but the Bears are going to get the football back with only 3 minutes and 44 seconds remaining in this football game. Happy crowd here at Waterford High School. Of course, if the Lancers can hold on and win this game, Monday night they will host Killingly High School. It appears the Red Hawks were well on their way to victory over New Fairfield tonight.
Up 28-0 now.
28-0 Killingly. So if Waterford can hold on, we'll have an ECC semifinal here on Monday night. And that is enough to make me sing. Speaking of singing, the great Waterford graduate, Steve Elsey, in the comfort of his own home with his beautiful wife, the Supergirl herself, Cheryl, enjoying game day tonight.
Get all the catchphrases tonight, don't you?
Menders with a big, long kick, sends Shock back almost to the goal line. Dangerous return man, has an opening, breaks it to the outside, and he crosses the 25-yard line before he's wrapped up by Jeremiah Harshberger. And that is where 75 yards, 3 minutes and 33 seconds for the Granby Canton Bears.
See how Waterford plays this on defense, Casey. Again, like you said, 3 minutes and 33 seconds.
Full slate of timeouts for both teams. Waterford imploring its crowd, let's go, get some energy up in this piece.
I like the pressure from the outside, from the linebackers.
First down, Rome will operate out of the shotgun. Good snap. Rome's going to keep it himself. Sanford does a nice job forcing the edge, and then wrapped up by the remainder of the Lancers. Will Sutman was first on the scene, and then Harshberger cleaned it up. That's Jeremiah Harshberger, but that play starts with Sanford.
Sanford sets the edge. Sutman, Harshberger cleaning up the mess. Big, big loss. 2 yards, but still huge. Negative yards on first down.
Clock running. It's going to be under 3 minutes before the Bears get this second down playoff.
And in no hurry.
I mean, 3 minutes is a long time, but it becomes a short time pretty quickly. This is an important play. This is the play, in many ways, sort of the pre-play of the game. Before the play of the game, play of the game.
They're going to hurry up and get this play in.
Second down.
Hand is up.
Yep. High snap. Rome handles it. Hands it off. Run to the outside. Nice. Almost to a first down goes Disabella. That's a nice run there on second down. He got 9.5. He may have even gotten the first.
Wound that play clock almost down to 0. You saw the back judge with his hand up in the air. But he got a first down.
It's a big run on 2nd and 11 by Disabella.
Clock will start at the spot. There we go. Still 63 yards away.
And they need a touchdown. You get the impression that it's going to be touchdown or go home.
That's what it is.
Because they're not going to have much more time than that. This play is going to go off 2 minutes remaining.
There's no sense of urgency on the offense right now.
Rome's going to throw. Pressured, steps up, deep down the sideline. It's up, and we're going to get a pass interference penalty against Brennan and Vincent. Had his man out there. He had Colin Mackin. Now, the break that Waterford gets is that in high school football, it's just a first down, and it's not a spot foul because it would have been a huge penalty if it were there. And that's the smart thing that Waterford did. They did the right thing by just interfering because they were beaten.
Mackin just blew Brennan off the line of scrimmage. I'm surprised he got behind the defense like that. You can't let that happen. And again, I'm going to go back to the pressure right now if I'm Waterford. Don't give Rome any time to get comfortable back there. I am going to start bringing some people. I want to bring in, Sokolsky and Harshberger from the edge and make it feel a little uncomfortable out there.
Officials are blowing the whistle saying timeout Waterford. 1:57
that's
remaining.
That's a good timeout. That is a good timeout. He had a step on Brennan, Casey, and if that ball, like I said, that was could have been a pass interference play or a touchdown.
So I was asked a question a moment ago. Someone chimed in and said, hey, what's going on with the Battle of the Bands? An excellent question. The Battle of the Bands will be announced in a special game day release after the season here ends, so I would expect to see it sometime at the end perhaps of next week. We are going to sit down, the rock expert, the sports doctor, me, the old school hip-hop aficionado, Peter Wappy, who rolls his eyes at all of it because
he hates it.
He's a classicist. And we're going to grab some local musicians of note, and we're going to judge the 6 band submissions that we have, and we will announce the Battle of the Bands winner at the end of next week. And the sports doctor will be buying the pizza for them, and I'll take all the credit. I'll take all the credit.
All right, Waterford showing you that pressure look now as they creep up Harshberger to the line of scrimmage.
First down. To the outside, throw is high, and a great catch by Schock. Past the 40-yard line to the 38. First down, Canton.
Soft coverage that time by Sanford on the edge. Pressure coming from Harshberger up the middle, and a nice pitch and catch that time by Rome to Schock. And again, right now, Waterford's defense seems like they're on their heels a little bit.
38-yard line, minute 50, the clock will run.
Listen, I want to come get this quarterback if I'm the Lancers.
Rome from the shotgun. Gonna keep it himself. Puts his head down and nothing doing, but he drags a couple Lancers forward, and he's gonna gain 5. That's a tough run by the diminutive quarterback, Jackson Rome.
Tough run, too. Tough yards up the gut.
That clock's, though, ticking up. 1.5 minutes remaining now. 2nd and 5. This is where you got to think they're going to take their shot.
Yep.
Waterford looking to pressure from the
dial
outside.
It up. False start.
On a huge penalty. Look at Rome. He is furious. Yeah. Rome is furious.
They were going deep.
He was going to take the shot. Instead, it'll be 2nd and 10 instead of 2nd and 5.
Your reaction from the quarterback or the coaching staff off to our right? What was more priceless right there, right?
Yeah, I mean, both teams have shot themselves in the foot when it comes to these penalties. Now it's going to be 2nd and 10.
Clock is counting, yeah.
Rome to throw. Pressure comes from the edge. Harshberger. Rome is knocked to the ground. Ball is loose. And they're going to say
down. He's down.
They're going to say he was down. He was absolutely mushed. Ethan Welch. Harshberger came from the edge, Welch from inside, and they banged Rome.
They cannot block Harshberger from the outside. He's got too much of a motor. He overloading that left side of the defensive line, Casey, and he is a handful out there.
Well, to set the stage, Granby Canton calls its 2nd timeout. With 1:03 remaining in this game, they're going to be faced with 3rd and 21, almost all the way back to midfield. They got 2 downs to get these yards and only 1.3 minutes to go half a football field.
Yeah. Huge.
1:09 they won on the clock, so we'll add 5 seconds to what we have now.
Boy, that ball was out, too. That was almost a strip sack away from sending Waterford to the semifinals.
And what Waterford is going to do if Waterford wins here, what it does is it guarantees an ECC team in the final.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
There will be a Class M finalist from the ECC.
Yeah.
And either Waterford or Killingly, and either way that'll be something. We'll have an ECC team there, which is nice. Looks like Plainfield was on its way to a loss at Ansonia, and NFA was on its way to a loss at Newtown.
Yeah.
But both Killingly and Waterford in Class M looking to get it done. Here we go, 3rd and 21.
Waterford showing pressure.
Rome drops back, pressure from the edge, deep down the middle. Hightower's there, it's tipped, and it's incomplete. He was going for Matthews. Hightower had a good defensive position, and it's 4th down.
That's a 50-50 jump ball. Matthews has got to go up and fight for that ball at his highest point. Nice job by Hightower, not climbing over Matthews' back and knocking that ball away. That's one of the receivers got to go up and go get it.
And here we go. The crowd on the Waterford sidelines knows that they are a stop away from heading to the Class M semifinals. They'll host it. If they can hold on here, 4th and 20. One last crack at it here for the Bears. Jackson Rome from the shotgun. Pressure from the edge. Deep. Middle of the field, and it's incomplete.
Ball game, folks.
He was looking for Mackin. Well defended by Vincent.
Well, Lancer Nation, we'll see you on Monday night, right here.
A matter of 56 seconds to run off the clock, and the Lancers can put it to bed. And congratulations if it ends this way, because Waterford High School is about to win its first playoff game in school history. They need to go simply into the victory formation. Bakken will take a knee, and the clock will start to run. And Granby Canton will take its second timeout with 53 seconds remaining, so we'll have to do it 2 more times.
So sort of funny, Waterford kind of getting away from the game plan that we've seen all season, kind of playing killingly football out there.
Yeah, I think it's a great point, Peter. I mean, if you had come in, I think defensively they did exactly what they wanted to do. I mean, they really bottled up Jackson Rome, and outside of the one big run to Atten East, there was really not much going on offensively. So I think the defensive plan, perfect. Offensively, I mean, if I said to you Ryan Bakken's going to have his worst game in maybe his career, and you're still going to win the football game, they'd sign up for it in a hurry, and they did it because they were able to run the football. I mean, this is a game that was decided by Waterford's people up front and their ability to move the chains. Bakken did more with his legs than he did with his arm today. On second down, he's going to eat a little bit of clock by going forward. And they'll take the final timeout, will the Bears of Granby Canton, with 47.7 seconds remaining. So, you know, barring something miraculous and unforeseen, we will have an all-ECC semifinal, Waterford the 2 seed and Killingly the 3 seed, which we assumed was going to be this incredibly interesting disparity of style where Waterford was run and gun and throwing the ball all over the place to the receivers, and Killingly was, all ball control. It'll be interesting to see. I don't think Waterford can control the ball against Killingly the way they did tonight. I think Waterford's going to have to be that run and gun team if they have any chance of beating Killingly.
No, and I'll be interested to hear from Coach Strecker. Was this the game plan going in, or was this a reaction to what they saw on the field?
That's a great question.
It certainly worked for them.
Absolutely. Third down, Bakken will keep the football and push his way forward. You got to hold on to it. That's danger zone stuff right there, and that's 40 seconds. And clock runs with 30 seconds remaining. As the clock ticks down. We are under 20 seconds remaining. Question is whether or not they have to run this 4th down play, and if so, how much time? They'll let it go down.
Yeah, it looks like no.
And they will not. 5 seconds. 4, 3. Congratulations to the Waterford High School Lancers. Well, Lancerville, you're the state champions in baseball. You're the state champions in basketball. And now your football team has won its first postseason game in school history. Lancer football is hosting a semifinal. Who would have believed that? If the menu tonight involved anything, I'd say it was a Harshburger with special sauce. Whether it was Jackson or Jeremiah, the Harshburgers certainly were the demise of the Granby Canton Bears. Your final, Waterford 10, Bears 6. It was ugly, it wasn't always pretty, but it got the job done. Tonight's game has been brought to you by MJ Sullivan Chevrolet Buick. Thank you, MJ Sullivan. At MJ Sullivan Chevrolet Buick, the end of the year is here, and this is their gift to you. It's the Chevy price you pay is what they pay, and not a cent more, because it's the MJ Sullivan Chevy Employee Discount for Everyone sale. That's right, you pay what they pay on every new 2019 and select 2020 models. Not a cent more. Could save you up to $13,000. And, you know, Christmas time, December, who couldn't afford to save 13 grand? But it's only this month, so you better get down there to MJ Sullivan Buick in New London or at mjsullivangm.com. So for highlights, post-game interviews, all the other video content, lots to bring you. You want to go and follow us on Facebook and Twitter at GameDayCT. The Sports Doctor will have, of course, the usual post-game interviews, but it's time for some Snow Angels. When you win your first playoff game in school history, you play like kids. Kids playing a kid's game and celebrating in the snow. That's the image we're going to send you home with. A jubilant Lancer group, teenagers playing in the snow. 10-6 Lancers. Monday night, they host the Red Hawks. For Peter Wappy, Mike DeMoro, Tim Cook, the Game Day crew, and the Sports Doctor, Keith O'Brien, I'm Casey O'Neill. Lancers win. Good night, everyone.